You should just play like the good events.
Hey, we are
Yeah,
live
no,
right
but
now,
all the
talking
events
about
are pay once, go to memory, grab thing. So you
Yeah,
get
but,
like 10 memory really fast.
Yeah, but like the fucking the T-shirt thing actually pluses, so that's a good event. Jupiter is like a one-stock heal. That's a good event.
Yeah.
The others,
And then
not so much.
The 2-1 events plus. What are you talking about? You play the blue event as a 3
Yeah.
of, and you play the red event as a 1 of. Because you want to draw into more events that go to memory with the blue
I'm
event.
not sure about
And
that.
then, and then at the end, you pay one and you salvage
red
four.
events.
This is so fucking wokage.
No. It's 3 and 1. That's the hit-in ratio. Because I'd like to play 4 blue events to find more heals. Who's going to only heal as many times you have the blue event in hand? The 3-1 blue.
Wait, Jupiter?
Yeah, Jupiter.
You got to have quad Jupiter in hand after playing down.
Why are you not
3
playing
draw
4
events.
Teru Bozu then?
Well, no, you don't play that one. That one costs 2.
Yes.
Also, you never have board because you're just crashing level zeros in. Because your deck is all events that go to memory. You don't have room for playable characters. You just turn your cards upside down. It's kind of like 10 event without a win con.
BK Maniac, I understand now. BK Maniac damages you to give the power. That's why he's playing the other one. I didn't even know there was another one.
I didn't even know there was another one. I only knew a BK Mania because you could use like the uncommon Hibiki to recycle BKs. That was the goo. That was the goo back then. Just Hibiki heal loop. After taking a damage, you Hibiki heal loop. That's
Well, this is broken because it's also your No, wait, no, it's not.
Wait, which one's in which set is that?
Set 1. This is set 1, I guess.
I think it's the TD.
No, it's not. It's in the booster.
Oh, it's also what the
I guess it's also in the TD.
Salvatron memory. Oh,
yeah, this card's playable.
This
card's
like
playable.
Flower Stand without the line that makes Flower Stand barely playable.
Well, no, because you're already just playing cards to go to memory. So this is.
No, but like you'd rather just not like turning one stock into one memory is not good. It's like actively bad because you waste resources for no gain in compression.
Your deck doesn't do anything. What does your resources matter? The only thing you can do is pay 3 Encore and pay 1 Brainstorm because your set sucks.
Damn.
So you might as well just pay 1 and put this thing into memory.
You can just play like something that ends up finishing. I don't know what, but there's something.
The Oz's or the Chihaya, whatever, Mecha Jennifer.
You need the stock for heals at level 3 and at level 2, I guess.
You have the stock. You only waste because
not if you use your shit events to go to memory.
So you play the Ritsuko that like markers on play, and then you get to play this 1/1 event for free. Trust me, you have stock. I've played this deck. You have more stock than memory.
Like if you play like these garbage events that all go to memory, you should play the stupid back row that makes your cards go to stock when they crash.
Yo, wait.
No.
That card is stonks. That card is stonks.
You already have more stock than your opponent. Trust me on that one, because you still play Hibiki.
You never kill their cards. What are they spending their stock on?
Well, they're spending stock putting things on the board or brain. Trust me. I've played this. I know.
Okay, but you play against locals that do not have half of a brain.
Whoa.
What is your source? I fucking made it up.
Whoa.
Listen
here. You may be correct. However,
like,
thank you, Mr.
Actually, that's the reason why like Dodai needs like stock swap because like the opponent just has infinite stock.
Dodai sucks, but yeah. I legitimately think that the memory stuff. I don't think it's good, but I think it's better than you're giving it credit for. Well, I think it generates way more resources than you would think, especially with like things like the T-shirt event, like going plus, and then you're summoning out the Ozusos that go to stock if they cancel. So like you have like quite a bit of stock gen. Well, if they don't cancel, then you got like 3 memory that turn for 1 stock, and then on the following turns you're just using the events to be able to recur the Hibiki, and you play Pants as your other thing, so you're able to grab stock soul every turn.
The 1/0, right?
Yeah. You're still just playing cigarettes and crashing. It's just, it's like a really shitty 10 event. You get super compressed, but like then you don't have any payoff.
Actually, yeah. Wait, is there a payoff in fucking IAS?
765? No, there's no payoff.
Oh, you use like the new Chihaya stuff now.
I don't even know what it does. I'll have to read it when we get to
it. Does the 0-0 Chihaya combo with standby?
Yeah, but like I actually meant like the old 3-2 Chihaya with the new.
Oh, you like the new package.
So you actually have a finisher, yeah.
I think.
And then you play stock swap events because you don't have enough events.
Is Miki even that good of payoff? Like, I think standby out of Miki is like, it's not bad, right? Like, it's not bad, but is it like brute payoff?
No, the issue is because the Miki just dies every turn, and you can't even kill stuff on offense with the Miki, so it's like worthless.
If you had something that helps kill stuff on the offense, like the Aqua back row, but for IMAS, I think Miki would be like kind of poggy woggies, but unfortunately, it does not happen. Every set I play is shit.
I mean, Million Life is really good. I'm not sure why Million Life has like 3 Cocoachinos now, but okay.
Highlander Million Life when?
Trust me, just try Turbo Memory.
No.
I would rather just play 10 event again.
Like, if I want to play Turbo Memory, I can just play like Setokai DC and have more memory.
That's not with Idolmaster pictures on the cards.
Sure. I mean, I don't care about the IP, I just care about the deck.
Okay, we're gonna start the actual show in 3 minutes, guys.
Actual fucking card game player.
Yeah.
We are live. Everyone's already.
But I have a maxed Milky Homes deck, and I don't even like the series.
We've been live the entire time.
We've been live for a while. They just heard us like talking shit with each other. They saw me picking my nose.
That's what everyone that's coming to listen to this wants to hear anyway.
I'm just signing with you. If I want to pull up my laptop so I can do stuff on the side. So I'm still technically an hour for work.
Ranger.
Are you hiring?
No.
Fuck.
Wait.
Dude, you know what I found? What do you mean by tech?
My job's game design.
Game design?
Yeah.
And yet you play Weiss Schwarz?
No. Yet he plays Lost Ark is like the bigger thonking.
What the fuck?
No, I'm in this really obscure shitty field called pharmacology. Which means I can't find a job. Bitch.
Wait, what's pharmacology? Like, is it just working at a pharmacy?
No, it's like study of drugs.
So you just like developing new drugs and stuff.
Yeah, like
what?
Just,
how are you not finding? How are you not finding a job then?
He lives in Canada.
Like pretty easy to find a job. Oh,
Dip
that
on
makes
the cast,
sense.
come play Yugi. Honestly, kind of agreed. All right, normal summon Moye. Anything?
Just come to Europe. I think Germany is looking for a lot of like that.
Couldn't get out of here.
All right. Do they give me fucking work visas really easily?
Yeah. If you have a job, like this is like the only place that's like really shitty about visas is the US and like I guess Japan.
US
also Australia is pretty shitty, but like Europe gives like a free pass to everyone.
All right, I'll apply to some European locations.
What are we waiting for? Okay, we just started, so we're gonna start in like now. Okay.
And now, all right, shit.
Wow.
All right, fire it.
Oh, guys. Hey, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Kevin here from the Strictly Broken TCG team, and welcome to the 30th episode of the best ever Weiss Schwarz set review show. Ta-da! Normally you would see me on camera right now, but the cameras are filled with our 3 lovely guests for this week instead of our usual 1. So usually it will be me and Jason hosting the show, and we'll have 1 guest. But this set, Idolmaster Million Live Volume 2, was highly. We had 2 people who highly wanted to do it, along with Dean, which we have Tony Toku from Yellow Card Vanguard, also part of the Strictly Broken TCG team. Want to give a little introduction to yourself?
Yo, what's up? My name is Toku. I am on the Strictly Broken TCG team for Cardified Vanguard. I also play Weiss. Follow me on Twitch at It's Toku TV and give a subscribe to Yellow Card Vanguard if you like anime.
love anime. All right, and then our second host for today, we have Mr. Christian Yarbacher, otherwise known as like Celeb MD or something.
Or something, yeah.
Or something. He's also part of the Strictly Broken team based in Europe. Give yourself a little introduction.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Christian. Most people know me under Yarbacher, I guess. And my tag everywhere is SaladinB, and you don't need to follow me anywhere. I'm just playing a lot of Weiss Schwarz, and I've been playing it for a long time, and I've played a lot of Set 1 Million live. So, yeah, that's about it.
And for our not Strictly Broken guest this week, we have Mr. Dean from Burn 1. Give yourself a little introduction, sir.
Yeah, so I'm Dean with Burn 1. I played a ton of Idolmaster Set 1. I've pretty much sleeved up almost every single card in the set, I believe. And I make Weiss videos, of course, all the time for Burn 1. And then I also am trying to make some Shadowverse content. So, follow me there. And, that's it.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, before we start off the show, we're gonna give our shout out to our two sponsors. Shout out to Nova TCG, the best place in North America to buy Japanese Weiss Schwarz singles, cards, not ladies. And shout out to Weiss Tea Time for providing us with these slides and hosting an amazing website that has lots of information that you should read about Weiss Schwarz. And before we start the show, let's talk a little bit about our scoring system. Today we'll have Mr. Dean rate each card from a scale of 1 to 5. 1 stars are being cards that are generally not worth to pick up, not worth to buy, it's not worth your money. 2 stars are cards that are kind of niche. Maybe you play 1 or 2 of, maybe you play it in a janky deck. You might play it, but it's not always a pickup. 3 stars are cards that are worth testing. They could either be a niche card or they could be a pretty good staple that you'll put in every single deck. Who knows? We just gotta find out. And 4 stars are your good staples. These cards are going to be usually 3 or 4 of in your deck. Stuff like Brainstormers, Ricky, EP Healers. These are really good cards just to slam into your deck. And 5 stars are cards that basically define a deck or the set as a whole. These are your top cards that you want to be looking to pick up. And with that said, are you guys ready to start with the review show?
Yeah, let's fucking get going.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be a 5-star, but we'll see.
I think
brainstorms.
So I won't be talking anymore for the rest of the show. First person's gonna be starting to read the cards is gonna be Toku.
Yo, yellow card Vanguard. We're gonna hit up with yellow cards, starting with I. So if you're playing this set, it's 11k base. Pretty cool. Has a climax combo with the choice that you see there, a deep dark fantasy, a deep blue. You can pay 3, discard a music character. Once returned at the end of this card's attack, if you have the choice in your climax area and you have 2 or more other music characters, pay the cost. Pay 3, ditch 1. If you do, restand her, choose up to 3 cards in your opponent's waiting room, and your opponent shuffles them into their deck. So we have a restander with a decompressor. Dean, give me your thoughts on this.
I think this card is like the stock cost is a little rough, especially for like this set. Yeah, it's getting new support, but overall it is like kind of old. Choice is a very nice trigger for the set, though. I think it will appreciate that. I said this is like 3. This is like one of many top ends that, while not individually impressive, like are a decent thing to try to play into. But I don't know if you're going to be able to triple this.
No, triple is like basically impossible.
Yeah.
Even if you play a stock charge combo with this, triple is too much. You can do like double and do like the what's it called, the Chihaya EP burn, or double and the Azusa restander. Yeah. But there's like no way in IAS, as far as I know, for you to confirm the Azusa restander in like 765.
Right.
So it's like kind of awkward.
And then there's still the stock issue and just the resource issue on this, right?
Yeah, I think it's like pretty powerful, but it's like very costed, like very heavily costed. So it's kind of hard to use.
Yeah, I mean, but like,
I think my issue with the card is that it does nothing on play.
That is another
heal. It doesn't find the climax for itself. So basically, it's literally like whatever you have in your hand going to your level 3 turn. Because it doesn't heal, you want to be at 3-0 when you do this. And at that point, you're paying 3, getting 1 back on the restand. But you are decompressing a lot while having no cards in clock, ideally, when you play this card down.
So once again, though, I do apologize for that 3 that I gave. That 3 is under the assumption that this was going in 765. Yep. Because in 765, that's where you'd be playing this. I think in Million Live as a set, you don't play this ever. Like, this is never the top end that you put in your deck.
Yeah, for sure.
But in 765, it's like a 3, right? It's like your top ends all kind of are like
one of your options. Yeah.
And that choice trigger is better than most of the other top ends. Like your other top ends are like equally as like scuffed in some way, but this has the choice trigger, and I think that's a very powerful trigger for Climax Gauntlet.
Yeah. So all in all, you said 3 for 765 and probably 0 for
like it's like
Million
a 1.
Live.
Like you don't.
1, yeah.
So all in all, like summarize the 1. Yeah, 1 out of 5 stars here.
Million Life has 2. It's like too many good level 3s.
All right. Next up, we have a 0-0 for Mami. When placed on stage from hand, if you have 2 or more other music characters, you may draw 1, and if you do, you drop 1. Also has the effect that on place, you can pay 1, discard a music character specifically, and then you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1, add it, and send the rest to waiting room.
Ooh, it's pretty good. This is actually pretty good utility for both sets, I think. Of course, for like we were looking at that Yayoi combo, and we were having issues with finding a choice. This can help both sets find climaxes in the early game. I don't believe either set has an early game climax swap. Like, last one was
Million Life 2 has one like later in this set.
Okay.
As level 0 climax swap.
But yeah,
it's not very good, but it exists.
I think this is like a card you would put like 1. You could put like 1 of this to 2 of this in like any list and not feel bad. So it's like a 2. It's like, right?
I think
2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean, you might put this into Million Life because there's like not that many filters that get you specific cards, but like in 765, I think this contests pretty hard with Azusa, right? As your discard out.
It does. But what is cool about this is being able to grab climaxes and events.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. What you see here is that being able to grab climaxes, and obviously we have Mami, one of the characters on there for Dodai, and trying to pick up more 2 souls. All in all, like, in my opinion, I think it's fine as technology, but I don't think it does enough to warrant anything above a 2-star.
Yeah. It's not like an auto-include, but you won't feel bad including it in either set.
Yeah, agreed. All right, 2 stars. All right, this is a good card. All right, just a rare as well. Miki, up to twice per turn, when another music character is placed from hand, she gains 1k. So up to 2 times per turn, she hits 4k. And also has a JC effect. When your other music character is front attacked, pay the cost, which is to pay 1 and sack it. And if you do, you bounce it back to your hand. So instantly, having myself like played with JC archetypes a lot in like Monogatari, this card speaks to me a lot. Also, the art is fucking pogged up as fuck. And I think this is a pretty good card. Like, I'm willing to, myself already, put this at 4. Like, just as like a really strong level 0 in 765 by itself. I know that Million Live has a lot of strong 0s already, so it might be able to skip over this Miki. But at least for 765, this might be something to lean towards.
So yeah, very strong. Definitely, OG 765 needs plussing 0s. Their 0 lineup is like a free runner and just an awesome. Like, they don't actually have pluses, right? They have filter, but they don't have pluses. This actually gives them pluses. In normal Million Life, I think this pairs very well with the clean cut. It allows you to. I think this pairs like very well with like existing and new Million Life lists. I think you're right. This is like a high 3 to a 4 in Million Live, and it is a definite 4 to a 5 in 765. This is an automatic 3 to 4 to shore up their like pathetic 0 game.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because in 765 you also can just like bounce back Azusa, and Million Life doesn't really have like premium targets to bounce back. Like the best target would be like something at level 1, like a Tamaki, but that's like pretty unlikely to like have a spot where you actually have the Miki in front and survive, and like a Tamaki as well. But there's like some zeros that work with this, but like it's definitely a lot better in 765. I think like playable in both sets. I'm not sure how many copies you end up running and how much of it in Million Life, but you probably start with like 3-4 and 765.
So yeah, I think all in all, I think we all kind of agree that this is sitting around a 4-star here.
Yep.
All right, very nice. All right, speaking of very nice, we have the Idol MILF. Azusa. Continuous, during your turn, all of your other music characters get a 1k, so a static 1k buff to the field. Also has the ability, to pay 1, discard 1, and rest yourself, to look at the top 3 cards of your deck and add up to any 1 card to your hand and send the rest to waiting room. So good way to just garnish, cycle out cards in hand, not really plussing. The offensive 1k might come up for certain combos and maybe board wipes. I know that 765 got a lot of strong non-combo centric level 1s, but not a plus stuck at level 1, so you're forced into yellow rather than teching this as level 0 option. What do you think?
This profile is in Ruby, and I have yet to feel the want to sleeve it. So I think this is like a 2 to a 1. Like I think it's like closer to it's more of a 2 than a 1, because it does provide the utility, and you can do this over multiple turns. But how often do you go, man, I really just want to use 1 stock to dig for a random card, right? Most of the time you would rather like use a brainstorm or something else, and this eats up a slot in your back row. Is the 1000 power relevant? There's a lot of questions here.
Yeah, but compare this to the 0-0. This does the 0-0 thing, but like you don't need to like actively sculpt the 0-0 for when you need it. This is just in the back and provides like a passive boost, right?
It eats a slot in the back row, which you would rather have like in Million Life. You'd rather have like Alpaca Brainstorm. In 765, like 765, I think your back row slots are a little bit like you could probably tech this in a little bit easier, but like do you need this?
In 765 it's like yeah, in 765 there's like a lot more space in the back row, but this card is mostly
do you have Brainstorm?
Oh, I guess we didn't. No, did we?
Is it better than the Miki Brainstorm? Because the Miki Brainstorm's pretty cringe.
Yeah. I guess because of Miki Brainstorm this is like a lot worse, yeah. Because like the main purpose of this card would be like looping combo. Yeah. But it doesn't really work with any, or doesn't, like the combo that I'm most thinking about when looking at this would be something like the Hibiki, which kind of offsets the stock cost a little bit.
Yeah.
And also makes the Hibiki like not 5k, right?
But then you're like yellow and
but then you're yellow-red at level 1, so like you'd be like hitting level 1-0 with red, try feeling your Hibikis, and like hopefully picking up like another Hibiki for next turn.
Sure, but like this is like you find kind of for next turn. And also like
making the Hibiki 6k is pretty big, because the Hibiki being 5k is terrible. Like, yeah. 6k and 5k are like somehow like miles apart.
I think the main issue is actually that like this more fits 765 because like IMS has like really good back row options, but in 765 yellow is like really bad. Like yellow is not a very useful color in 765, especially because the other colors all have like pretty key cards.
Yeah, so I think this is like I think it's like a 1 in Million Life because it just can't compete with the other back row slots. But like it's closer to a 2. It's like low 2 for Million Life, high 2 for 765. But I don't think that you really want to put this in the list.
I think
it's not so bad that I think it'd be bad.
I think this card is potential, but I'm not sure this is like set where this card is actually very useful.
Yeah, I think all in all, like I can only ever think of it like 1.5 atop. I can't actually. I don't see myself either deck trying to like force it in.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have the 2/1 Ami. When placed on stage from hand, if you have 4 more other music characters, you can stop one from waiting room. Also on attack, choose one of your music characters, and it gains 1k times the number of your music characters. So it has the ability to pump something for 5k. It's also costless if you are able to play it last on the board. Now it's holding a rare slot, which is kind of weird. I don't think something of this caliber is worth a rare slot. I think this feels more
5k like is like 5k is a lot. 5k for free is like pretty crazy. I don't think we've seen like that type of card at like uncommon.
But
or if we did, it wasn't like free.
Like let's talk in context of 765. Yellow is kind of like the problem child of the set. Like there's no amazing yellow cards that outside of the new Miki that just came out.
Yellow Azusa?
Yeah, the level 0, but like the thing is in 765, what do you even need the power for?
That's the bigger question.
That's it. What do you need the power for, right? Oh, have your Miki swing over. Cool. Okay, and then
I think in IMS, there's like a couple applications. Like you can use this to pump a Serica to refund the stock to like actually get your Serica over stuff with Flower Stand. You could also use this to like get Kotohas to like infinity power.
But at that point, I think the yellow event is better.
And wait.
Yeah, the yellow event is obviously like.
If you go into yellow-red in Million Live, power is a huge thing for the Kotoha combo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like there's a 3-0 event that Tony alluded to that's like 45 and hexproof to 2 characters, which you usually should play. But
you can
this card is like
you can search this for 1 slot.
Yeah,
versus
you can also. You can search this, and it like also helps with mid game, just like killing stuff, which is something like deck is a slight issue with. So I don't think this probably has a place. But
it also combos with the EP healer, right?
Yeah, that's what it says.
I don't know her name.
Get power.
Yeah.
I don't know these characters' names if they're not 765 girls.
I think the only issue that I see is that you buff 5k to one character, but herself is only sitting at 6k. And that already has issues like trying to like contest level 1s as it is. So you're paying a stock.
You only really struggle against.
You're not paying a stock.
Yeah,
if you manage to get like the free refund, right?
Okay, sure, but like if you play a game, usually that shouldn't be an issue. And
sure.
And if you don't get the refund, this card sucks. But if you get the refund, this card is like pretty reasonable, I think. But I'm not sure if there's like a real place or real need for this, because the thing about the event for Kotoha is that it also gives hexproof. So that ensures you against tap counter and other stuff, and if you already have the event, you don't really need this for Kotoha.
You need yellow on board for the event. And it needs most deck slots.
Yeah, you have a pretty good yellow package in the deck as it is right now before set 2 for what it's worth, and we do have a lot of like good yellow cards in IAS that you can actually bring over into Million Live. So I think yellow is fine, like with consideration of like the Kotoha build for what it's worth. But all in all, 765 maybe sees play in Dodai to try and help your 1-0 combos wipe board. I don't see it being played in like the meta deck for 765, and I don't see it being played in the meta deck for Million Live either.
I think it's like a 1 in 765 and like a 2 in Million Live. I think the power pump has application in, like I said, Million Live, but just no application at all in 765. You don't care.
All right, let's hop into the next one. I think we're going to give this a solid 2, 1 or 2.
We have to wait for Kevin to finish his dailies.
All right, so a new card comboing with the old 3-2 Chihaya from set 1. Just to remind everyone in the chat right now that the old 3-2 Chihaya gained 500 for each other music character. So on a full board, she is 11k base. She heals on play and has the climax combo to discard any 2 cards. On attack, if you have the pants in your climax area, to ping your opponent for X being the number of climaxes in your waiting room. This new Azusa gives this 3-2 Chihaya the following effect. On attack, you can pay 1 to salvage a music character. So what this means is that Chihaya goes from a discard 2 to a pay 1, ditch 1. Also gives all your other music characters 500 and has the ability to pay 1, rest yourself. If you have another 3-2 Chihaya on the board, you can choose one of the characters in this turn that gets 2k, and also you can perform the following effects 4 times. You may mill 3. I think this card's really interesting. I think it helps the Chihaya strategy a lot, and it brings value to play yellow in 765. Because as it is, I think Chihaya with this card might be the top end to go for. What I'm not a fan of is that this card is basically only a global 500 until you hit level 3.
Not if you play standby.
I mean, if you play standby, you can't, like... Okay, sure, you could play standby.
Yeah,
that's
there
like...
we go.
No.
It's like old Sal. It's like old Sal. What are you talking about?
That sounds veg as fuck.
Okay. Also, I think it's funny because if you use this to mill out your deck, so you end on like a fresh deck after healing down, it means you're burning for 7, and I think that's really funny. If you use it to like try to fish for, like you said, the good numbers on the Chihaya, I think that's like a better application.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have that flexibility of being able to, like heal down, dig through the rest of the deck, and on a good refresh.
Which other finisher can kill people from 1-0 or 0-0?
Yeah, because it deals 7 damage each attack.
Yeah.
Broken.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I think this is really funny. It's a 7/6/5 card with like, what is this, like a 2? Everything's just a 2.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have to choose Chihaya as your finisher, for this to be the play, and then it does help that finisher, but is that finisher the play?
if you play Chihaya, you have to play this just because it makes like triple Chihaya actually doable.
Good. Yeah.
Yes. Good is a strong word because Chihaya is still pretty RNG. Like, what do you do if you're already at 5?
Like 5 CXs out.
You're out 5 CXs, and you play down this. Like you're.
I mean, burn 5, pretty good.
Yeah, you either like mill into next day.
Yeah, you just hit them. You just hit them with the stock flush, and you just burn 5, swing for 3, burn 5, swing for 3. Fuck it, let's go. But yeah, so I don't think this is played in Million Live at all.
Never.
So a 0 there. But if 3-2 Chihaya ends up being the lean for 7/6/5, I would give this a 4. Given 3-2 Chihaya becomes the lean. As it is right now, I'd probably only give it a 2.
This is just like a niche support card, right? So it should always be a 2.
Well, non-ironically, I think that like with everything I've seen for 7/6/5, I think there's like 5 different top ends that are all the same level of like good enough. I don't think there's going to be like a lean one way or the other, because I think ultimately at the end of the day you're playing an outdated set.
Dang, sad. All right, are we good? Are we going to settle on a 2?
2.
Because I'm going to push it to a 3. I'm pushing it to 3.
Sure.
Kevin, put a 3 on it.
Dean said 2.
2 to 3. 3 is fine. Like if you're playing Chihaya, this is a 3. If not, it's like.
All right, thank you, Kev. All right, next card. All right, we've got the 1-0 Yayoi. When it attacks, if you have another music character, this turn gains a 15, so 6k attacker. And when this card's battle opponent is reversed, choose one of your other music characters, rest it, and move it to an empty back row slot. I fucking love this card. Yeah. I think this is a payoff for playing yellow in 7/6/5.
Yeah, God bless.
It's a payoff for playing level 1 yellow in Million Alive as well. I'm willing to put this at a 4 or a 5 just because of its relevance, and like 6k with clean cut effect.
Okay.
At level 1, it helps your level 1 combo.
Okay, Tony, calm down.
Okay.
I know you like frogs, but let's calm down a second.
So I like Yayoi. I think this is like. I think it is like a 4 or 5 in 7/6/5. 7/6/5 needs every plus it can get. It needs pluses. You need pluses. You like run out of hand almost regardless of what deck you're playing. You need something. And I think that this, you're going to put 2 to 3 of it in almost any 7/6/5 list, especially since you have JC already fixing for yellow.
Yeah.
You can throw this in, and boom, you suddenly have like a functioning game plan where you won't run out of cards on turn 2.
Slight counterpoint. You can't use this with your brainstorm.
Well, no, you can't brainstorm the turn that you use it, but you can use this with your brainstorm.
Yeah,
sure, but like, you can't brainstorm the turn.
You can slam a climax, top check with Miki, side with like the Miki after soul pumping itself, and then clean cut it back. You can use this with the brainstorm.
Sure, just like you can't use like brainstorm and then use the card.
I think Million Live. Million Live, it's so much harder to make an argument for because you have actual functioning cards. Like you already have a clean cut at 0, so I don't think that like clean cutting a card at 1 is like that impactful because you'd rather be putting down like other cards.
In Million Life, it's also just the back row is a lot better.
Yeah, so like it'd be like a 2-3 in Million Life. Like I think you wouldn't feel terrible playing it once again. But like, are you going to be shoving it in? Are you going to be shoving yellow into your deck if you're not already playing it? Like, even if you are playing yellow, half of the cards that I know that you guys are a fan of in that list, like what you clean cut what are you clean cutting, right? Like, what are you moving to the back row?
I'd clean cut the combo.
Just the back row.
Just combo or move the back row
just
back
move up
to the
a
back
brainstorm or something.
Yeah.
The thing is that like,
but when you move up a brainstorm to then clean cut it with a 1-0, you're plussing your opponent.
Yeah, you're plussing your opponent and you're not using the brainstorm.
Yeah, so there's like
Okay, so I found the card that the 2/1 army is useful for in 765. You pump your clean cut to 12k.
That is true. This thing's massive.
And then save your 2/1 army.
Wait a second.
Pump something 6k again.
Let's fucking go. All right, 4 out of 5, right?
All full board for the stock.
4 out of 5, right? That's what I'm saying.
No. Did you just hear? Full board for the condition on the army.
Unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky.
But
all right.
If you clean cut and use it twice, it's like you got to stock back on play.
True.
Something to think about. Like if you're already playing yellow for this in 765, might as well play the 5k pump, I guess.
All right, what's your final rating, Dean? Give it to us.
4 to a 5 in 765, 2.5 in Million
Life. Let's meet in the middle and call it a 3-4. I see 4 on the screen. We're gonna go with the 4. Give me the next card. All right, 2/1 Miki giving us some sweet sake here. When you use this counter, you can pay 1 and sack one of your music characters from stage, and you can choose one of your opponent's characters to give it -1 soul. Just one of your generic -soul counters has the utility of sacking, but I think most -soul counters already did that. I don't have any strong feelings about this card. I wouldn't really itch to put this into any deck.
Sack counter of choice because Miki's the best and has good art. Like that's it. If I say I want a sack counter, I'm putting this in.
Also, like the other sack counter gives your opponent stock, so this is probably better.
I think this is like a 1.5 on both sets.
2, maybe, yeah.
2. You're gonna put this in your list.
I'm gonna put this at 1.
Yeah, it's like it's a 1.5 for the art. Give it 0.5 for the art.
Okay, fair. 1.5 for the art. Dang, I see Kevin going
playable. There's not many like good counters in the set in general.
Yeah. All right, Ami. When placed on stage from hand, mill 2. If there is a climax among those cards, choose one of your characters, and this turn it gains 1500. Also, when placed from hand, choose one of your characters, and this turn it gets 1500. So potentially being able to buff 3k to a character or 15 among 2 character provides some much needed power for I don't know, a clean cut.
No.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I don't think this card is good.
This card is 0.
It mills 2.
No.
That's all it does, honestly.
Okay, so it can make your clean cut 7k, and that's like the only purpose this card has. So it's pretty bad.
7.5? You mean 9k?
How many brainstorms do you have on board?
Wait, no. This makes your clean cut. 9K.
Yeah, if you hit both effects.
The level 1. I was talking about the level 0 clean cut.
This is 765 support. This is not Million Life support.
Yeah, Million Life doesn't need this, so we give it a 0 and Million Life immediately.
And we give it a 0 and 765 too, because this card is unsleevable.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But it has a 10 out of 10 art, so you might sleeve
0.
Yeah. No points.
Give it a 0. Give me the next card. We have got the 1/1 backup in Mommy. When you use this card's backup, reveal the top card of your deck. If the card is a music character, add it to hand and discard 1. So we've got the boarding counter here on the 1/1. Has the trigger, so you can pick it up off of a choice. Do you guys remember if the level 1 Miki combo was on a choice or a wind? Back in like set 1.
Wind.
Okay.
There was no choice back then.
Double stock charges on reverse. Broken.
Sag. Alright, so in Million Live, I'm not itching to play this. I'm not looking to protect my board at all at level 1. I think even as a boarding counter, I don't think it has value there. In 765, it being a level 1, means that Miki is only going to burn for 1. It's also... Do we have a level 1 choice combo?
It protects your 1/2s. That's pretty good. It makes your 1/2s 10-5.
Wow.
Okay, but like, why would you not use the 1-0 counter?
At that point, you just use a Chihaya counter, and like you don't have
anti-damage.
Is it Chihaya? Isn't it like Makoto or Ritsuko?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
People don't know who Borden is? Fucking sad.
Yeah, this is anti-damage. So I think it's I always think these profiles are like mediocre as hell.
Yeah. I think like in 8 choice you might play this. If you like do 8 choice flower stand shenanigans, this can like help your Serika. And I think the combo is 5/5 cross turn, but maybe I'm misremembering.
Are you talking about the 9/5 early play that dies on defense? This only makes it 11/5.
No. Dies. Okay, but like there's an assist behind it, so then it's like 13/5, and then it maybe doesn't die.
Wow,
and then you get a stock.
The benefit of Serika was that when your opponent plays their early play bomb, you get a stock back. And you're not beating other early plays with her.
Well, with counter and assist you can't. But
did you know that if you have a 1/0 2K counter, it does the same thing as this if you get the reverse?
Pog. All right, next card. I'm giving this.
No, because this is before damage, and the other one is after damage.
Wait, no, this isn't the stock refund. This is the Borden counter.
Yeah,
you don't get a stock refund on this.
No, but he's talking about using it to get the stock back.
Oh.
Yeah.
0.
No, this is like... I think
you don't sleeve this. I don't think you sleeve this. But
there's
like maybe a 1.
Probably a deck that wants
1.5.
There's probably a deck that wants.
Oh, we're at red.
If it's a 1...
Wow,
we're you know what? We're done.
Oh my god, dude, I'm fucking sad. The only card I cared about was the Miki and the clean cut.
Those are both good. AIS.
Okay, Million 12 is pretty funny.
We should probably maybe we can just pull through AIS, I think, and then do the break, right?
All right. Talk more. Last. Okay.
Me talk less. Okay. Last.
Okay. Last. Okay, sounds good. Sure thing, boss.
And then Dean just gives the rating. Yeah.
No, we need to talk more.
It's content, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna be here.
Also, we can talk a bit faster and like just go over stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, who's on red again?
I am.
Dean.
All right, it's on you, Dean.
Red has 5 cards. Okay, we start off with this Yukiho 1/0 4K. Come and play 2 or more others. Gets 2K, and if it fights at level 2, it gets 6K, so it goes to 12K against level 2s. And it has ditch 1, summon a level 0 music character to any slot, so you can summon the JC in 765 and in Million Life. It's both. Summon a Brainstorm. I think this is pretty good. It helps you fight standby boards, helps you win board, and it summons utility cards or JC. So this is pretty good. I think this is like I don't know, like it's
mill with the Chiri or the Rize.
Yeah.
His profile has generally been pretty solid.
It's like a 3, right? Like you don't like want to max out on it, but you go like 1 to 2
run like
of
1
it,
or
and then
2.
you go nice.
Really?
You never feel bad sleeving it.
I actually really like this card. Like I was actually thinking about like if you go away from level 1 combos, you just play like good stuff level 1s and like lean towards like higher level combos, and you just play like this Yukiho, you play the clean cut, you play with level 0 text, you can just keep spawning out with this, because 6K without having to face level 2 is already respectable. Then when you're 12K facing level 2, then you have like any random like board buffs on the board, and then you have like the JC that you can just spawn off of Yukiho as well to really cycle her.
Yeah.
And then more discards. Like I think it's a really good like cycle of like discard outs while you like build your way to level 2.
The reason I'm only giving it a 3 is because I don't think like you. I'm sorry for like coming in before Jarvaker go. I've got my thing.
Okay, now like the thing is, if you spawn JC with this and using this for like a CX list top end, like spawning JC and then not slamming a CX inciting is like really bad. So that's pretty awkward. And I think like I've played with this profile minus the like it gains extra power across from level 2 in mob. And in Mob, like 99% of the time, you just spawn the Brainstorm, and then it's like a fourth, fifth copy of your Brainstorm. It's also a reasonable attacker. And I see this having a similar role in Million Life, and you can also like spawn either a Chiri or a Rize or whatever, like one of those on-death things, and that's fine. But having this as the backbone of your level 1 game, you need like pluses as well. And if you want pluses, you kind of have to use the JC, and if you have to use the JC, you have to slam a CX anyways. Like I can see it somewhat if you play the 2-1. That's basically like the same as in Superstars. It's like search 1, stock 1 when you place the CX as a mid-game bridge, but I'm not sure if that's like how this card will see the most play. I don't think that deck is gonna be like what performs really for the set. So I see this as like a 1-2 of in like normal lists as extensions of finding zeros for free.
Yeah, and I think he just summarized it right there. So it's held back by the fact that I think you only put 1 to 2 of it in the deck. And so that's why I think a 3 is like the favorable thing to give, because you're never going to max out on it, really.
All right, let's all give our ratings here. All right, 3, 2, 1, 4.
3.
3, yeah. Next card.
Next card. Okay, we have the level 0 Makoto, 1500 middle row, cross turn, gets 1500 power, and it has tap if a character give a card 1000. This is fantastic, I think, for just like the power lines in the set in general.
And the art.
The art, okay, 1, it's best girl, so that's very important. Number 2, the 1500 middle works very well with things like the clean cut. And man, seeing the trigger is really good. What do you guys think?
I like the fact that you said you can see the trigger. Like, let's talk about it in context of 765. Unfortunately, not as good because it taps self and your Brainstorm taps 2. But either way, I think it's like a really good clean cut target. If you go first and you're able to prioritize middle as like the lane to fight in, this card gains a lot of value, but you only go first 50% of the time. Now, in Million Live, I think this card gets a lot better because your center row gets really large in Million Live, like regardless like what level it is, because I think before the Umi Brainstorm only gave your center level 0 1k, if I recall correctly. But the top check in Million Live is really good, as well as the 1k, and the fact that it is a costless skill, which plays off of a lot of like what some of the old Million Live stuff did to try and like get your Kotoha to like really large power.
Well, I don't know. I don't see this card actually having any place in Million Life. Like, the Brainstorm basically does what this card does, but like it's also a Brainstorm, which is generally like pretty useful. And in like you don't really need the power as much in Million Life. And it's just like it's like a card that's only there for power, and it also needs to like hit the music character, right? And Million Life has a lot of good events, and OG IMS also has a lot of good events. It's like kind of awkward tension there. And in OG, like the power would be probably a lot more useful, especially with the clean cut. But it's hard to use with the Miki Brainstorm. But you can do like stuff like you said before, where you push up the Miki Brainstorm and you use this to pump the clean cut, and then you save the Miki Brainstorm. And you can kind of like, if you play a top deck Stock Soul, for some reason, you could like reveal top, and if it's like a miss for the Miki Soul or whatever, you can like stock that and then reveal again for the Miki Soul. So you can do like cute stuff with that, or you can use this for like checking for Miki burns if you don't have a CX to use the Miki Brainstorm with. So yeah, I think it probably has a place regardless of the tension with the Brainstorm in 765. I don't really think I can see myself playing this in Million Life. There's a lot better zeros.
Okay, so do you guys want to do the rating?
I'm just going to add as well, like now that you mentioned it in 765, this helps you confirm the Miki, like the 3-2 Miki burn.
That was big.
Yeah. So I would say in Million Live, probably at 1 at most, 3 in 765, so I'll average my vote out to 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. 1 in like Million Live. I think there's lists that you can put this in like Million Live. if you're playing like some of the like more board focused ones, this can help a lot. But in 765, when you mentioned the Miki, that's huge actually. Having any way to confirm, and even including something like I want in that, right? It makes your Haruka in the middle bigger. You can play the I want, and then like blind stock soul away if it's a miss, and then top check again. So you could like kind of like fish a little bit more for the like burns off the Miki. If you start being like super creative with it.
Yeah.
So, two.
Next card.
Okay, we have this level 0 Hibiki. Come and play.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
It's Hibiki.
Oh, it's a 3K on play, and then it bounces back. What do you guys think?
The Summer Pocket's coin flip.
Summer Pocket's coin flip. Like I
don't think the card is good.
My bias is Hibiki. I got the Hibiki drip. What's up? But at the same time, I think the profile is good. I don't think it's as good as something like Miki is for like 765's 0. But the fact that it's a 0, I think if your deck leans towards playing more level 1s or higher, which I think 765 should, because they want to convert more Miki burns, this one has a higher chance of getting new pluses.
I don't know. I think like this is just straight up outclassed by both of the runners, and there's like no reason to ever play this. Unless there isn't even like a second coin flip card to like build like a coin flip meme deck. It's just like it just gets outclassed by the runners. It's like why plus 50% of the time when you can plus like 80% of the time?
Now, see, I am the 765 had such a scuffed 0. You want to gut almost every card from it. So this is very playable in 765. I think this is like a 3 to a 4. I think it's like a 4. I think it's just like auto include 4 of just because. Like, what else do you have?
You have Runner, Azusa, JC.
Oh, Runner. Okay, Azusa doesn't plus. JC.
Yeah, but you have
Runner is like
JC.
so.
Yeah, he's talking about Runner Azusa here.
Yeah,
the Runner Azusa is fine because it's 2/5 free runner.
Yeah, but
there's also a 35 runner in this set for IAS.
Yeah, we did get a new 35 runner, so like we can actually just like cut the old runner now. So yes, in respect to the fact that we do know what's coming up, maybe this card gets a lot worse. But it's Hibiki and she's cute, so that's why she deserves a 6 out of 5.
That's a big plus. Actually. It does have better art than the other cards that she highlighted.
Yeah, she also has the Fang. That's like 7 out of 5.
So I think this is like a 3 to a 4 in 765 and unplayable in Million Live.
Sure.
Next
we'll go with 3. We'll go with 3. Arbitrary number 3.
Okay, we have this 3/2 Haruka 10K. If your board is music, it gets what is this, damage scry? So you get to look at top, leave it there, mill it, and it gets hand encore. So this is terrible into Fate with the Rider combo, with the trait deleter. Is that what it's called? And it has a climax combo
in JP.
And it has a climax combo. Pay 2 with 4 or more, burn 3.
With the standby.
With a standby. Standby's pretty good. It gives you an actual top end with the standby. So yeah. What do you guys think?
Obviously conflicts with the Miki kind of, because like you kind of want to standby out the Miki, but this is also pretty solid to standby out. I think for IMS this is completely irrelevant. If you play a standby, you play like the Kotoa standby. And there's like better cards to standby out outside of like combo in IMS. IMS. In Million Life, if you play 8 standby, you just play this standby, and you just have this as a finisher, and you probably like pick whether you want Miki or this. Like if you're playing against something with a lot of burn 1s, you can standby this out and like have less chance to die. But it's like not great. It's just like there. It's like better than not having a combo. It's like decent. It's just not amazing. Especially the 4 or more other music characters is always like kind of awkward.
The four more are always like least accessible to like certain decks that can like
especially because
play you on the counter step.
Like it's really annoying that this is like 8 standby, right? Probably. Very likely. And both this and the Miki are like 10k base. So your board is just tiny, but you're playing 8 standby. It's like kind of awkward.
I mean, you have
I think I think it's the fact that your standby targets aren't huge exactly, that they're not gonna like survive, and you're actually gonna end up just like still bleed hand because of the encore cost associated with it. So I'm not
even a tap self.
Yeah, we don't even have a tap self. You just like pay 2 stock, mill 8, get hand back as well in IAS or whatever. In IMS, I don't think we're even considering this in IMS, because if we wanted to deal 3 damage, I'd rather like pay 3 additional to deal 3 damage separated into one separate like instances of 1. So in IMS, I'm giving this a 0. In IAS, I do think it provides an alternative top end. It lets you lean into an 8 standby deck profile where you focus more on this and Miki as your finisher with some early play heals. But I don't think that it's amazing either. So I would give it like a 3 at tops, leaning towards 2.
Oh man, I think 765. This is a 4. This lets you just like jam standby targets in your deck, not feel terrible because there's like a payoff at the end. Otherwise, 8 standby would be unplayable, right? You can't just be standbying out Miki and having that be your only game plan. Million Life, this is unplayable. This is 0 there. But I guess Million Life, I think it's like a 1 to a 2. Damage Scry is pretty good. Like just standbying this out and getting that damage scry in like level 2, that can be pretty obnoxious for some decks, right? Like if they can't clear this and you're standing,
it only matters against like Coco Chino decks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Against everything else is like pretty whatever.
I think like even like I think with even normal decks, like right, like 1 card damage scry can like sometimes matter. That could be like a heal 4. It could be heal 4 or heal 3. If you think about
but also like back when like Shinobu came out, we like did a bunch of sims on this, and basically one of the damage scries barely did anything because like you have to take damage before it does something, right? So it's like very hard for that card to actually be very useful unless you have multiples, and if you have multiples, it's like hard to
maintain multiples.
To maintain multiples,
And then, like, in IMS specifically, I think there are, like, a lot better 3-2 targets to standby out.
Wait, in which one?
I think that's in IMS. Million Life.
Okay, Million Life. Okay, yeah.
I think that's the main thing. Like, if IMS didn't have, like, really good standby targets, if we didn't have, like, the TD, Mirai, if we didn't have, like, the support backrow 1500 global, I think, it's definitely something to consider this, since if you didn't have anything to standby out, you could just standby this out, sit on it, and then because you were playing like 2 level 3 climax standby climax finishers, there's just a bunch of like standby packages in the mid game, sure. But because we have like the non-climax combo ping 1 with the hand on core already, which provides a bigger body, which then gets you more board advantage. That's why I don't think this card gets played in Million Life at all.
Yeah, okay. Million Life, I won't admit, like 1 to a 0. I still think it's a 4 in 765. I think this is like, this will probably be the top end of choice almost.
I don't like this card. I think as a top end this is fine, but like 8 standby is questionable. I think for 765 just because of the rest of the deck. But 4 is fine.
All right, final scores 2.
4. 2 for me, but like Dean is the
4
Dean is
the Million Life. We're not even rating it.
4 and no, Million Life is just irrelevant. Next card.
So we have this level 0 Yukiho climax combo. What is this? When you play the climax top check, and if it's a music character, add it to hand. Doesn't have to be in the front row. It's pretty good. This is pretty good actually already. And then it's a spammable brainstorm to top check 3, add 1 ditch. So it provides deck speed, hand filter, and it pluses. And you can combo it with that Hibiki, right?
Or does it plus
Makoto?
Wait, which Makoto?
To confirm top, so before you play the
climax
down.
Yeah, sure.
And then this brainstorm doesn't tap itself, so that way you can play it with the Miki. Oh my, this combo sucks. I fucking hate this.
I don't think it's that bad. I think you should, you're not gonna tell me in 765 you couldn't see yourself playing this. 765 is low.
I respect it for the fact that it can pick up some strong events, namely Jupiter.
No, it can't. Oh wait,
this is like the brainstorm. Yeah. I think. I mean, yeah, but like the thing is, you want to play events like you have like stock swap, you have Jupiter, and then this misses on all of that. It's like pretty bad. But like the thing that this card does is like infinite deck speed, but the deck this probably goes in also has Azusa, so it's like
also eats board space.
Also eats board space. Yeah, like compare this to just running like Hibiki, right? Hibiki also has deck speed, and because you already have Azusa, you don't need like pay 1 mill 7. Like just like you're fine otherwise. So I'm not sure where this has a place. There's also no like 8-door synergy, so don't think this has a place.
Now, if this was tap self with the Climax combo,
yeah, tap self is probably decent.
If it was tap self, and you just put 2 of these in the back, and every turn you're just fucking slamming down doors to get like infinite pluses. Fuck yeah, 5 out of 5. But it's on a tap self brainstorm, so I would give this a 1 tops in both sets.
Whoa! And 765, think about this. You got the Yukiho that summons, so you can summon this to go actually plus on your summoning a 0. It digs you deeper towards the next gate. You said there's no gate synergy, but if I blade on 2 of these and I get 2 music characters to hand, that is 2 cards deeper to trigger a gate or a plus in climax. Because the Stock Soul is like an awful climax to be triggering, right? So there is like a little bit of there is like something to this, and you can reliably spam climaxes with this brainstorm that you otherwise wouldn't be able to, right? Like, because otherwise you have to play the Chihaya to get the stance.
Play events then?
I mean, you already can't play events if you're playing Miki, right? Because if you're playing Miki, you want to be able to top check and see level 3s, but you can't top check and see level 3s if you jam 12 events into your deck. So, like, you're already, like, playing events is already going against what you want to do with the Miki, which is, I mean, like, let's face it, it's the best
like
card in your
set.
set.
Plus question mark plus standby.
Yeah, something like that. Like door standby, I think that would be like a reliable thing to play because you have the deck speed. You have the ability to find the climax turn after turn. You can like dig deeper into the deck to find gate or standby triggers. The Chihaya contest board. I see something here. I see something here where you would have an okay game plan here.
Okay, sure.
And a Million Live.
I'm fine giving this.
I'm giving this a 1. What's your answer, Dean?
I think spammable top check 3 in Million Live. I can see that being like a 2 as like a 1 of, and in 765 I put this at like a 3.5. I think you could reliably sleeve this combo up and feel good about it.
Okay, so just give it like 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I think 1's a little harsh. So we have this level 1 Makoto, 4K. If you have 2 others, it's a 6K. And on attack, you choose your trigger. What is this? This is like a 1.5, if that.
Okay, I think hot take here. I think this is the best standby target in IAS.
I can respect that.
It's not bad. It's a 6K body. I can respect that, and then you're able to like fish for the standby trigger.
Yeah.
In 8 standby IAS, this might be the play for your level 1 costless card.
I can respect that.
Yeah, especially because like your other card that you might play is literally unplayable, so having like a card that you can play for hand for like nothing is like pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah, there's not much else to talk about. I don't think this is played in IMS, so we're looking at this in IAS. Has the synergy with the 8 standby potential. Give me this a 3.
I've played this in Assault Lily. In Standby Assault Lily, and it was really like the profile felt really good there.
Yeah, it feels. I mean, it is good even in the gate one too, right? Because you're able to fish the gates, and then the gate would allow you to find a counter.
Stock as well. Fish for clean stock.
Yeah. So, and it's also deck speed, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can respect the 3. I can respect the 3. Next card. Okay, we have this 2/2 Hibiki. Yeah, good art. 6K, 2 soul, that's important. And for every card in your front row, it gets 2K power that's traded and has hand on core.
Yeah. Very good art. Worst condition I've seen on a 2/2 like ever.
The power condition is rough. The power condition is rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Feet. I guess there is a foot in there. A little bit of a foot. Get some toes. Yeah, I mean, is there anything to talk about here? It's a standby target, but it's like 500 power less. You want to see a standby target be with a terrible condition on top of it.
Yeah, this is like very rough.
I would not want to put this in sleeves. I would rather play like something else.
No, like, I'm pretty sure you played it, but you're like very unhappy about playing it. So I guess
play this, and then you just pray that your opponent doesn't have like some like hard board removal where they just like stock kick your first board, turn this into an 8K, and then slap over with like.
I mean, if they removal you, they just removed this one. But yeah, because this is out.
So
just awkward.
What is this, like a 2? Maybe a 1. It's like a 1.
It's like a 1 for Million Life and like a 2 for.
Yeah, it's like you have to reluctantly sleeve it. So 2.
Yeah.
Next card.
It's Hibiki. I'm giving it a 5 bias.
I mean, it's got good art. This all have good. This has better art. Level 0. 1500 power. What is this? Come in play. Shuffle 2 characters back in, and then you can draw 1, ditch 1. That's terrible. And then on reverse, if you're fighting a level 0, you also reverse the 0. Holy. Do we even want to talk about this?
Oh, like theoretically, the thing is you could like shuffle back targets when you're low on deck for Miki. But there's already a card that does this. Yeah, there's already Yayoi, which doesn't like also remove one of those cards you shuffled back. So
she gave
pretty sure Yayoi is
like
better.
She becomes a 2-soul attacker as well. So like,
I'm pretty sure Yayoi is just better than this.
Why'd they make the card unplayable?
And then like for like reverser slot as well, I think the old Makoto level 0 reverser was like just better. And then why do you need level 0 reversers? You have a 4K JC now. And you have a 3/5 runner. I think your level 0 slot is fine. That is why this card is a common. Because it is a C for 0.
Yeah, it's a 0. Next card.
Oh! Blue! We made it. We made it past another color.
Time to go fast like Sonic.
Alright, let's go.
For blue.
Alright.
Double R, 0/0 Takane. So 1500 power, if this card has a marker, it gains 2k. When you place it, you reveal top. If it's a music character, you gain it as a marker. And at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you can put it to center front row slot. So it's like a center runner. 35 center runner, very popular profile. Usually pretty good. I'm kind of not the greatest fan of this. Maybe contrary to popular opinion, because both sets have actually a lot of very good events. That's kind of awkward. I'm not sure what I really think about this.
I think if you talk about it in the event sense, that like if you want to like lean your deck heavily into playing events, sure. But at the same time, that makes the other runner option in Azusa whiff as well. Whereas, regardless, if you hit an event, Azusa whiffs on Climax.
Climax only.
Climax, okay.
Yeah.
But regardless, this is still able to attack. If you hit a Climax, and it's still able to run, it still provides a top check you want, and I think the chances of it
running is like, if you're 1/5 and you run, you're basically not a runner. You're just a useless card.
Yeah.
I still think it's better than Azusa.
Center runner.
I still think it's better than Azusa, though.
No, definitely not. I think.
Well, if you play like a Miki focused deck, right, with not a lot of events, obviously this is better than Asusa because it's also like a top check.
Yeah.
And it's more likely to hit.
And it's a
if you play like, if you play like a bunch, like if you play Jupiter counter and/or stock swap, probably you play Asusa. If you play like some Miki focused package, you probably play this. And for Million Life, it's like the same thing where if you play a bunch of events, you probably don't play this. If you don't play events, you probably play this.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like where this card is at, right? Like if you're not playing events, this is like a 5. This is straight up, it's amazing. You get the top check, you get the ability to move, you get the like 1 card extra compression if you choose to like leave it in the back row sometimes. It feeds into the
top
Miki
check,
turn.
5 card brainstorm, blah, blah.
so many different things with that. But when you start throwing those events in the deck, which like there's a lot of good events, you can go like heavy event packages. This card quickly becomes unplayable. So like, what is like a? Are we supposed to say it's like a 4, like when you can play it? Or are we supposed to say it's like a 3 because like half the time it's unplayable, half the time it's very playable?
3 or 4 is both fine, I think.
And it's good in both. I think it's good in both.
4. I'm personally feeling a 5, but I think 4, like from like your arguments, is like very respectable.
Yeah. So.
For next card. Chihaya 2k power. When it's placed on stage from hand, look at the top card of your deck, put it on top or bottom, so it's scry on play, and climax combo with the standby, same standby as the 3/2 that burns 3 on attack, like the level 3. You bounce this to your hand when the it is the same, is it?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the same.
I'm pretty sure it's
combo.
the same, yeah.
It's a level 3.
Yeah. You bounce this to hand, and if you have another music character, so if you play the game, one of your characters triggers twice, so you basically gain a stock and like an extra trigger phase for your standbys. So pretty good card.
I think this is the payoff to playing 8 standby in 765 for what it's worth. This gives like the synergy for the clean cut. You're able to spawn this off of the 1/0 Yukiho, which is in color as well. So you spawn this off the Yukiho, you slam down the standby, you get that card back in hand as well. So Yukiho becomes like a ditch 1, salvage 1. And then having this kind of like soft advantage, having this kind of scry as well for the Miki top end cards, I think this is what would make the 8 standby deck playable. D, give me your thoughts.
Okay, 8 standby, you said clean cut. That is not a thing. You do not play 8 standby with any clean cuts ever.
You're right. No, you're right.
That is the exact opposite of synergy.
It's opening up the slot. It's opening up the slot.
It kind of.
You just stand by in, yeah. But
yeah. I think this is very good in something like 8 standby. I think this also would work with the standby gate deck that's in my mind now. I think this is like a 5. This card is amazing. This card, in 765, right? It makes the standby go from a mediocre card to, wow, I'm like able to dig 5, like off of single combo, I'm able to dig for 5 triggers. And then if you put down that Makoto, it's like 6 triggers you're digging for. Because you get the
still
stride.
5 because you can't move the top.
No,
right?
you can.
Yeah.
Look at top on play. So like you get to move 1 on play. And then you get your 3 attacks, but you also get to trigger twice, so that's 4. Yeah. And then if you choose the trigger with the Makoto, that's 6. So like
choose to trigger with which Makoto?
There was a Makoto, right?
The 1/0 Makoto, that top check 2 on.
Yeah. I was thinking about the 0/0 Makoto. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, you're able to get some like really good deck digging for those standbys to develop a big board, and I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I think this is like, from like the level 3 and the level 0, this is definitely like the more impactful one of those 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm willing to give this 4.
Yeah, I think
4 is good. Yeah.
Million Life, you still don't play it.
Yeah.
Million Life is...
I don't think you play any like fucking IAS cards in Million Life.
I mean, the JC was okay.
JC.
Yori, 1/0 4K. If you have 2 or more other music characters, it gains 1500 and Henon Core, so it's 5/5 base, and it's a Shimakai. No, it's not a Shimakai. It's when you attack, you give X power to one of your other characters. X equals that character's soul times 1k. Not very good. Yeah.
This
kind of sad.
This card's a fucking 5.
I appreciate the art. Everybody loves forehead.
So like the way this works is you play this in like +2 soul deck with the clean cut, then you pump your clean cut for like 3k.
Poggies.
Oh, yeah, it's a 5. It's so strong.
Poggies.
This card's insane.
3k buff to the clean cut. Let's go.
I mean, do you know what deck Dean wants to play this in?
It's in a Million Life deck.
Yeah.
Cards.
Interesting. All right.
There's like a +2 soul combo that Dean thinks is broken.
Oh, I see.
All right. It kind of goes in that deck. But the colors are kind of awkward, right?
red, blue. Those are already your best colors.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I thought there was something in yellow, but sure, it works.
I
would give this card like a 1, but like if you play a +2 soul deck, this is like
3,
a 2 to 3.
Yeah, I'm going to sit it on a 2 right now.
Oh, I 2 is fair. In my heart, it's like a 4. It's so funny because you can just like pump. You can get ridiculous power lines. I think that's funny. But yeah, 2 is fully fair. And actually on.
200 to go.
Spoilers?
Classes.
7k base. If all of your characters have music, it gains 2 abilities, Encore, and on attack it gains X power. X equals your back row times 2, 2k. So if you have a full back row, it's 11k attacking and has an Encore, and it's a field counter for 3k. Usually these cards are pretty good in standby, I think.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad standby card. I like thinking about it now. Like, I wonder if like this is the level 2 standby card to play, since it gives you like, not only do you get an Encore on board, but you also have that field counter, which helps you win in another lane.
Like, it also makes like attacking sometimes awkward for the opponent, where you can like field counter this and then just Encore it for free, right? Yeah. Because if they kill this, you just you can just like
bring it back.
Sack it, bring it back. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of like hidden value in this card that I can appreciate. So I might give it a 3, just immediately on that kind of like concept.
It also attacks is 11k, which isn't like tiny.
Yeah.
This is a nuke trap, isn't it? Like you put this down and like your opponent attacks in the wrong order, and then like suddenly their game plan is in shambles.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You can even like stack this if they attack wrong, and then Encore it back, and then sack this again.
Yeah, I think it's man, I don't think it's like it's not a standby target, but it works well with some of the standby cards. So I can respect.
This is also like a standby target. You can also just like hard play, right?
Yeah. Like you can hard play it down, and you don't feel bad either.
Well, I think you'd prefer to hard play it. I think you'd rather stand by a 2/2 and then play this down to facilitate.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna stand by 2 of these down.
The thing that kind of worries me with this card is there's a field swap, a 2/1 field swap in IAS. Yeah, which kind of contests this slot a bit. So I'm not sure which one is actually gonna end up seeing play.
Depends on like what resource you gather like the easiest, right?
Man, this is just the slots are hard for it though, like right? Because it's like oh, I think it's like a 2. I think there's like some really good applications for it. I can respect a 3 as well. I think there's a lot of applications for it, but I also think it's fighting for slots, and that's kind of like the rough thing about it is just the slots. Does this make the cut? And if it does make the cut, like it's like I can see it being like a 3 when you put it on the board, or like I can see it being like a 5 actually when you put it on the board, and your opponent is like, not able to properly assess what's going on.
Yeah, just swinging wrong. But yeah, give us a final answer, Dean.
I'll respect it. I'll respect the 3. I think that's fair.
For IS, for MS, doesn't really matter.
Right.
00 Eerie, 1500 power. HCX salvage, and when you place it from hand, you reveal top. If it's a music character, you can pump 1k to something. Yeah, the HCX salvage. I think from what I remember, Million Life only had a vanilla one. But funnily enough, I'm not sure if this card is better than the vanilla one in Million Life, in like some Million Life lists that lean heavily on Tamaki, because it shows the opponent what's on top of your deck. It's probably like if you wanted to play a Ditch CX Salvage, like you play this in 765 for sure, because it's also a top deck. But that deck also has Azusa, so I'm not sure like how relevant this profile is.
It's hard to like say, oh, I want to ditch CX because I need handouts, but we have access to 4 Azusas. I think I'm just gonna go back to the tried, true, and tested in 765. It is a top check, and Miki is probably our best generic 3/2 card. Being able to pop this down, ditch a climax, pick up a Miki, and like know what you're going to hit, maybe. But I think there's just better dish outs, right?
Like after you play like 15 top checks, like especially top checks that don't move the card, you start like getting very diminishing value on it.
True, that's true.
So it's a playable card. I'm just not sure if you actually play it.
I think in 765 this is like borderline unplayable because like Azusa, like you said. But in Million Live, see now there's a rough thing is you're currently playing a red Dig CX Salvage like a 1-up, I think. At least I am. And this has better art and has a better girl on it. So, you know, maybe it's like a 2 borderline playable in Million Live, but I think it's unplayable in 765. As a 1-up.
You can play a 1-up in like either set, but it's like not guaranteed.
I'm not like super like jazzed. Like, all right, like this is the goo. This 1-up, this is the goo.
I don't think it's like that, but I think you go. That's a little bit better than a vanilla one.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's like kind of like where it
if you play Tamaki, it's actually worse than a vanilla one.
Worse.
Okay.
I think I'm happy with the 2 where it is. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, 2 is fine. Yeah. Low 2. Next card. Yeah. 2-1 Chihaya.
Hoggies!
217k. When you place a CX, it gains 1/5, and when it attacks level 3 or higher, it gains 6k. So with CX, it attacks at 14/5.
That's ass.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
This
not
card
a fan.
Is unplayable.
Yeah, this card is kind of spaghetti cum. Art is good though, so I'll give it a 3 for the art.
Whoa, you're gonna? I say this is you're gonna buy like 9 of it for your binder, and then
like I'm gonna buy 12 of it because I got a 12-page binder.
You're right. But
aren't I allergic to cax? Yeah, so I'll suffer. I'll take my reactant.
But yeah, I mean it's not very good.
Yeah, it's I think we actually have better level 2 attackers as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of them have 2 soul.
Yeah. All right.
Next card.
1 or 2.
I think we're
whatever rating you want.
Takane. So 104k. For each of your other music characters, it gains 500, so it's 6k base, and CX combo on attack. Stock a music character from waiting room. Is this better than the Ritsuko? Maybe. Yeah, the power up set combo, which is the same combo, but it's like.
But it gains power on swing rather than.
Yeah, something like that. It's like weaker on defense. This is bigger on defense, and bar is probably better than pants.
Yeah,
but
bar is better than pants for that kind of. For the fact that like the climax happens at level 1, bar is better for sure. Also, Ritsuko being 8k on the swing means that it's able to like contest standby boards, whereas it's only 7k.
No, but this is like 6k on defense, which can matter. I'm not sure which is better.
I think this would be better because if there's any world where you can magically let this thing live, then it doesn't suck. Well, like I think losing the lane on defense on a stock charge combo is like
it's very rough. Yes.
Yeah, it's things like fall apart very very quickly, and ultimately the gate combo at level 0 on the brainstorm is literally a better card.
Yeah.
Like this card is
the thing about the bar has like the advantage where it's like I'm not sure, does it have a double combo? I don't remember.
It does.
No,
it does. It combos with a 2-1 Haruka to like
okay, never mind.
3k to the board, but then you turn
but it
swings
8-5, which is like 8-5 is a pretty decent power line. This is just 7k swinging.
Yeah.
So trade-offs, very similar cards. Don't know what actually ends up seeing play, if any of them see play. Probably like the thing this would see play with would be the Yayoi top end, right?
Oh yeah, to get the stall.
Well, but your hand.
Where's your hand?
Yeah, your hand just disappears immediately.
Every turn, pay forward like 2 off times. They like search 2. Let's go.
There's like.
I guess you JC this every turn if if they can get over it. It's just
Would I'd rather JC the bar combo, right?
No, but like you would use this with counters and like try to win a lane on counter, and then you like after you counter the lane, you develop like JC with this, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But man, I think we're way past the point in the game where you can try to do that.
Opium as fuck. Anyways, one
I think 2 is like fine.
I think
only for IAS. IMS obviously doesn't.
Yeah, IMS is 0.
Would I sleeve this ever? Would I ever think this is the play? I don't think. I think I have to go with the 1. I have to go with the 1.
Gotta go with the 1. Yeah.
I don't think I could bring myself to sleeve this and feel good about it. But I might be wrong. There might be something with that the Ritsuko and sacking and making this thing big or something. I don't know. But at the moment, it's like a 1 in my mind. It's just not big enough and it's not doing enough.
On to the next.
1-0 Ritsuko. When it attacks, it gains X power, 1045. It gains X power, X equals the number of your other music characters times 500. So this attacks 6-5 and is hand on core. So okay, I'll say this. There's like a 107k hand on core that I've recently played that I felt was pretty good. Or pretty solid for that deck, because it's just like a repeatable card, a repeatable attacker you can keep on board. But 6-5 seems like a bit small. This just doesn't seem like there's any world where you want this.
It dies every turn.
Yeah, it dies every turn. You're bleeding hand.
I mean, dying every turn is like fine if it also kills something every turn, and if you like have like a level 1 combo, say, that replenishes you cards, but you can't really find specific cards, so you wanna. So this helps you like retain attackers, but this also just doesn't attack very big, and also there's like no such combo in Million Life, so it's like not in Million Life, in IAS, so it just doesn't have a home, I think, and also just isn't very good.
If this Shimakite instead, I would be more reluctant to like enjoy it because you just always have like an uncorable 2k buff onto the field, but as it is printed, I don't see myself playing this in any 0 out of 10. I like the Monster Hunter art though. I like the Monster Hunter art. That's kind of
good art. Good art.
I like the Monster Hunter art.
But yeah, you'll never sleeve this.
Man.
Next card. All right.
And,
now we're going into the Million Life stuff at the start. Are we going to take a break here, Kev? All right. I need to blast a piss. I had too much alcohol.
Okay. I will be back.
5-minute break. Yeah. I think we might need to like hurry up a bit. For the rest, we've been taking like a pretty long time.
You guys had
so maybe go faster on the meme cards.
For a lot of them.
Yeah, I think we might need to just like, when there's an obviously bad card, just like go past it. I'll grab another beer.
Oh fuck! I forgot to add 7 deadly sins to season 2 here. All right, I guess I'm here to entertain you guys. How's the show been going on without me and Jason so far? Early morning for Christian too? Yeah, it's like probably like 3 a.m. or something. Refreshing change in banter? True. Me and Jason are more passive side. But it's mainly because we don't want to spend over 3 hours on the show. Like, they just got through IAS, which is like a quarter of the set, and it's already been an hour and a half.
Well, I think there's really not much you can do because the set is like supporting a 130-something card booster and like 8 different old sets. So there's a lot to talk about with every card, right?
Well,
it's
hopefully
not like
IMS cards will pass, because you don't have to talk about it in
yeah, I'm hoping the IMS cards just go.
Well, we're gonna have to have a fight in the middle of this. I feel.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to fight over a few of them. But I'm hoping like a card you guys think that's 1 or 2, you can just quickly just.
Yeah, I think we might do that. Like card that spaghetti come, don't even talk about it. Just like 0.
Like, why did we spend even 2 seconds on the 6-5 hand on core?
Yeah, that's
everyone.
We should have talked about that. Is everyone back?
What?
Yeah.
Let me know if
I'm
back
or not.
What
happened? What did I miss?
We're just talking about how you guys spent over 3 minutes on the 1-0 hand.
The 1-0 fucking shit card hand on core. Spaghetti come toaster fire.
If there's like a bad card, let's just like go next.
Just instantly scream 0 pack filler.
Okay, don't scream it like that, but yeah, just say it's like nothing interesting. It's pretty pack filler.
Outclassed. Let's go next.
Yeah.
All right, we good to start again?
Yeah.
All
sure,
right.
yeah.
So heading into Million Live side of things, I'm back again. Yellow card Vanguard, hitting it up with some yellow cards from Million Live. All right. First off, we have the 00 Mia. Has an effect to rest herself to reveal the top card of your deck. If it is level 1 or higher, put it on top or bottom of your deck. Also has pay 1, rest this, flip over the top 4 cards of your deck, then send them to waiting room. For each climax among them, choose up to 1 character from your waiting room and add it to hand. This is a tap self brainstorm, so you know automatically from me it gets a 5 out of 5, even though there's already a better existing one.
And there's a better existing one. I don't see why you would ever play this.
You put 1 brainstorm in your deck usually at a time of choice, and this is not it. So this is like a 0. This is Turbo Ass.
Does the first effect ever come up?
No.
Like, does that top check ever do anything?
No, especially. I'm so confused because it's level 1 or higher, right, and not like level 0. If it's level 0, then maybe, but like. Level 1 or higher is such a weird clause. I can't think of anything. Maybe I'm missing something.
No,
but...
this is Turbo Ass. You'll never sleep it.
Oh, move top card out of the way to use Flower Stand.
Ooh.
Okay. I like the goo. I like the goo. All right.
Wait.
4.
0.
Oh, I guess this is for Flower Stand, sure.
And then you can't brainstorm when you did it.
5.
Yeah. I mean, sure too. If you play like heavy Flower Stand, maybe there's like a world where you play this over the. Yeah. I think the other salvage brainstorm is just too good, right?
Yeah, everything else, like even the search brainstorm is better than this. You don't want to sleeve this.
All right, next card. All right, this is the card I'm very excited for. This is the 1-0 Tsubasa Climax combo. During your turn, if all your characters are music, this gates 2k power, so swinging at 6/5 at a base. And has a climax combo on attack if you have the choice climax combo, that's a plus in the climax area, and you have another music character. If you're playing Weiss Schwarz and you're playing this set, you may pay the cost, which is to discard any card. And then you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 music characters, or 2 music characters or a Flower Stand event from among them, and show them to your opponent, add them to your hand, and send the rest to waiting room. I like this card a lot. I'm very lead towards the Flower Stand, the event deck in Million Live, so having like a better level 1 combo to play with a better trigger as well. I'm very excited to see this. Instantly a 5 for me, because look at that fucking art. It is so good.
Yeah, there's like... I kind of am happy about this card because it's like a less bad level 1 combo than we had, but I'm also like sad about this card because there's a bunch of problems. Like the... Ditch 1, look at 4, add 2 combos have historically been awful, and if you play them, you really start feeling how bad this effect is. Like it's like everything about Magore except like 10 times worse. You can't like check only a couple cards because you need to reveal more to actually add cards to hand. Your selection gets even worse because you have to pick 2 out of the 2 best cards out of your top 4 instead of just the 1 best card. And if you play more events, there's like even chances that this misses sometimes. So there's like a bunch of awkward things about this card.
Fair enough.
I think this is infinitely. So I've been on the train of you play level 2 combos a Million Live because your level 1 combos suck ass. I think this is better than everything you had before. Everything that Jarbacher said is correct on. Like the inability to mill mill few cards going into second deck, and like the more events you shove into the deck, like the more sketchy it gets. But I don't think that's like really too likely to happen. But I think it's infinitely better than what you had before for level 1s because it actually contests board, and I think that's very important while also providing deck speed. And being just a good trigger, right? Like a good trigger is very important. Yeah. So
I think the trigger is like the best part about this card.
The trigger plus the power lines.
If this wasn't another CX, I don't think I would consider it actually.
Fair enough. I like because in my current Flower Stand deck, like I'm playing the level 1 like Mia combo, which is on a shot. Like I think if they reprinted that shot as a choice, I wouldn't even look at this card. I would definitely lean back towards that card because.
But that card is Bunny Girl. That's like just as bad as this.
Free shit.
No, it's not. It's not the fact that it's Bunny Girl. It's the fact that like you have so much like level 0 back row support that like it stays on board.
Yeah, it's level 0.
Right. Whereas this is like 45. It is gonna get wiped, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's probably a deck that plays this. I don't think like. I think there's like. I think that the best Million Life deck is not gonna play this. I'm pretty sure.
That's fair enough.
Probably.
I just really like this effect with the fact that it's able to pick up events as well instead of just characters like we've seen in the past.
If only it was just like Maguro and not like ditch 1, add 2. It's like
fair enough. Or if it was like add 2 and then ditch 1.
Yeah, add 2, ditch 1 would also be fine. Yeah.
Right. 4 from me.
I'm giving it a 3 just because I think it's not the one you're gonna play, but I don't think you're gonna feel bad playing it. So.
All right. Next card. All right. 3/2 Kaori. When placed from hand, heal 1. Climax combo with another choice. So we're already seeing lights thing up. We're looking at an 8 choice deck. When the choice is placed in the climax area, if Kaori is in the front row, choose one of your other music characters, so can't choose yourself, and that character gains the following 2 abilities. That character gains the effect that on attack, you can discard 2 music characters, and if you do, you deal 1 to your opponent, and it gains 1k. And up to once per turn, if the damage dealt is cancelled, you may deal 2 damage to your opponent. A, it heals. B, it combos with a choice. And C, it has a lot of damage tacked onto it. This is looking to be the finisher of choice from my eyes.
Choice, get it?
What?
So I think if this was in any other set, this would be like an instant 5-star. But because this set has you like pull it out, it's basically Finn and Jake. But except it costs like 4 less stock and you need more hand. But you can just like use that more stock to like brainstorm for your extra hand. And if you like whiff the brainstorm and you don't trigger climaxes, so you can't pay the cost, you're like mega compressed and you just healed, so you don't die anyways. So it's like a lot of upside on this card.
You also said like it's competing with a lot of like other finishers, and I think now that you mentioned that, I do agree as well. So I wouldn't instantly give this a 5. She is a teacher though, and that shit's hot, so I would still give it a 5.
Teacher is a good point, yeah.
Is the like my card evaluation must be like whack or something, because this thing doesn't find the choice. It like heals, but then wants you to discard like a hand that you don't have. And
like,
it like
do you think Finn and Jake is like a bad card?
Well, this is not Finn and Jake. This is not
Finn and Jake, but better.
This is not. This is literally worse than the Ruby top end that I already think is like not to play.
I think for my argument as to
that
why
makes
I'm
no
okay
sense
with this like not picking up its own choice climax is that we have like really good level 2 game plans that do that for us.
Well, I mean, because like the reason I say is because in like Ruby you can go like double cancel burn on a restander, while like in this one, what is your restander? Do you even have one? You have the Ozzy, so that's like a random.
You just like try field this, or you use the Ozzy.
You try field this. Discard 9 cards.
It's in yellow.
No,
you have
like
access to Tamaki, so you get like Tamaki Azusa. Then you can have like 2 Kaoris in the front. You can give like.
Yeah,
like the way this works is you just sit on 8 stock and you have double brainstorm in background. The brainstorm is also what gets you the climax, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what brainstorm gets you the climax?
The draw 2 ditch 1.
Oh, the 1/0?
Yeah. So you have like that and the salvage brainstorm for like refilling hand, and then you either do like triple combo or you do double combo plus like you don't do the burn on the third one.
What? This is one I'd have to see to believe. I don't know. And even then, I think that this top end is like less good than what we already had.
I think this is like actually very, very strong.
I think this is like the highest potential top end, but I think like
I'm not sure if it's highest potential. Koto has definitely higher potential. But
you have this 3/7 event. You slam down and lose your entire hand already. So where's your hand for the ditch 2? I guess to me,
obviously
like
you don't use this with the event, yeah.
Then this top end is already worse than the event.
You could use it with
I mean, it's like very different, right? Because with the event, you can't really use multiple other level 3s. Well, you can, but it's like kind of hard. Whereas this is like also heals you down, right? And this has like, this is basically like, think of this like pretty sure about that this is how it's gonna play out. This is basically Finn and Jake. Except it's easier to fulfill cost. Unless the opponent eats the 4, then it's a bit worse than Finn and Jake, because with Finn and Jake he needs to eat 5 for the full damage, but like it's basically Finn and Jake.
I see what you're saying. To me, it reads like a slightly more scuffed version of what I played in Ruby, and I think that's like only okay.
No, but like the burn 1 actually adds a lot.
It's
three burn ones makes the finisher a lot better.
Okay, but like here's the thing:
like
it's choose other.
Trouble Girl.
It's choose other.
Yeah, but you just choose each of them, right?
Yeah, you can either choose each of them. You could stack it all onto one. So
I usually like to do double of something like this with like a restand or something.
Because then it's like super free, right? If you do double plus like Azusa restand, this is like Omega free, and then it's like the Ruby thing, but you get 2 burn 1s. What? No.
What are you talking about?
No. Sure. I mean, you don't need to like ditch 8 cards. You just ditch 4, right? And if you have the extra hand, you ditch like 2 more.
Mm-hmm. This is one. If this is one, it could either be like a 4 and feel amazing, or it might end up being like a 1 where it gets drowned out by the other top ends, and I can't really tell until like this is one I'm gonna have to definitely play with to be a believer.
Okay, so I think based on our rating, you would give this a 3 then.
A 3,
something worth testing.
It's worth testing, and if it ends up being disgusting, like people are telling me, it ends up being better than the 3/7 event with all this other garbage. Then like I'll be a believer, and I'll come and I'll say like, you know what, you guys are right, 100%.
I mean, I'm not sure this is better than 3/7 event. I'm just like mostly saying this is like very strong, and just because this set already has a bunch of disgusting top ends is like the only reason this isn't like instant 5-star broken.
All right.
So I don't know, needs testing, I think, but
very
high
like
potential card.
Looking like a 3. Next card. That one took a while. All right.
Yeah, I think this is actually like the hardest card to evaluate.
That was probably like the hard part, like the one of big discussion. All right, Tamaki. When placed on stage from hand, you can maybe pay the cost, which is to rest 2 of your standing characters. And if you do, you choose one of your characters, and this turn gains the following ability. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may put the top card of your deck into stock. And at the start of your climax phase, choose one of your music characters, and this turn gets 1,500. Already, I'm kind of upset at the fact that you only get that like kind of like stock generation once per card, rather than like you see a similar card effect in a lot of the back rows where it's just like tap 2 to give something that effect. This one you have to play it down to get the card effect. Mind you, it does have that really nice 1,500 power buff, but it's not recyclable to again like the stock gen.
Yeah, it's like
anti-synergy clean cut 0.
There's that, but it's also 50. The reason why it's like only on play is because it gives 15. But honestly, if you need like a stock gen card, Spark Drink is just better.
Yeah.
The Snot Aqua and set 1 is better.
No. Maybe.
Because if you clean cut a card to the backer, that's kind of like stock gen.
Yeah.
And that's something you already have.
Yeah.
I think there's just like cards that do what this card wants to do, but better.
Yeah. 1 it is. All right, next up, Serika. All right, so first effect, Climax Swap. Always a good bonus. Also has a relevant second effect as well of being a stock reverser for a level 0. So already being a Climax Swapper, that's really good. Just helps a lot in the consistency. It's being a level 0 as well, which is really good. With a really nice secondary effect, being able to out any problematic level 0s as well. I'm willing to give this just immediately a 3 or a 4.
No, I wish this had any other, like, a more useful utility effect. I don't really like bombs, even though bombs, against some sets, bombs are really good. But because this is not an effect you want, like, too many of, you probably don't have the bomb when you need it, so the bomb effect is, like, pretty... It probably doesn't come up when you actually need it. So, it's, like... It's a CX swap, you play it because it's a CX swap, and because everyone plays CX swap. I wish it had a second, like, a more useful second effect, so like 2 or 3.
Yeah, like maybe if it milled 2. If it milled 2 as well for its effect, Woo!
Yeah.
Sheesh! That'd be really good
Okay.
instead of having like the stock bomb. But apart from that, like still respected for being climax swapper and having a somewhat relevant effect.
15.
Three's fine. I mean, you're gonna sleeve it 1 to 2 of it in every list.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at on it.
Next up, we have Ana, and Ana combos with this Yuriko. So we'll read both of the cards here, and then we can look at the 2 cards in a package, kind of. So experience, if you have another Yuriko, all of your characters or X is equal to the total number of color cards in your level zone times 500. Climax combo, if you have the other 0/0 Yuriko, you can pay 2 to search your deck for the choice climax and play it on your climax area, shuffle, and give your characters, one of your characters, 1k. Then the Yuriko, climax combos with the exact same choice climax combo. At the start of your encore step, if you have the Ana, which is the card, you may pay the cost, which is to send the choice climax. Then you look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck, put them back on top in any order, then draw up to 1 card. Now this happens at the start of encore step, which is kind of
And
so
set
you
up.
kind of
Yeah.
you set up your hand for next turn, which is very delayed advantage. But then you are able to kind of like mill one out for a cancel copia.
It's not a good card.
Then the second effect. Pay 1, rest 2.
Rest 2,
Now,
brain
pay 1, rest 2. But ideally, in this kind of like combo, you're playing both of them in the back row. Mill 5, then for each climax hit,
1.
you search 1.
Yeah, not worse. Yeah, I
This
don't.
an unplayable box.
Yeah,
-1.
the climax, you can sleeve like the climax and put it on the wall because it's nice art.
It's
And
really nice art. You can put it in your binder. Use it as like a token Mario.
I thought about
token.
just stopping Tony after the first line because this was
Yeah,
gonna take a lot of time for nothing.
It's turbo
Yeah,
ass.
fair enough. Yeah,
We got 2 zeros though out of this. That's nice.
It wasted our slots. That's the worst part. So -1.
Next,
All right, Fuka. If you have another music character, this gets 1500 power. Also, drop surge. That's pretty good. 3k drop surge. We like those. Instant 3 from me. Also, Fuka is hot.
better than
She's-
the vanilla Hibiki drop search.
That
Hibiki
is
is a better
true.
character, so this is unplayable.
Hibiki
I will play
is
it.
better.
I will play a 2/5 drop searcher before I unsleeve a Hibiki.
Okay, but this is a nurse, and Hibiki is like half of a lolly, so I think the nurse wins. Sorry.
She's also big. But yeah, so I'm saying 3 out of 5. Just a staple card. You don't hate to see it. It's a 3k drop surge.
So the thing is, because this set is getting a Ricky, it's like max a 1-off, I think.
That's like a 2
And
1.
it's probably a 2 because of that, I think. If the
I like
think
the
it's-
fact that it's 3k body. You put that in the center with like, the Umi Brainstorm. You got a 4k that you can just pop down like turn 1. I like it.
behind
All right.
behind the Mikoto.
Next card.
next card, not the previous card, yeah.
He
2,
went
3.
AFK. He's gone.
Yeah, Kevin is on
Red.
his dailies.
Oh, he wanted the rating. 3.
2, but sure.
All right.
3, 2
Hinata.
doesn't matter.
When placed on stage from hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is the music character, choose one of your characters and it gains 2k power. When this is reversed, if the battle opponent cost is 0 or lower, you may send that character to stock. And if you do, put the bottom card of your opponent's stock into waiting room. I don't like this card. I don't think it does enough for whatever it does or
Kill 1/1s in this
exactly.
can.
That's the main thing, right? That's the main thing.
So there's like no real targets for this to kill. So, and there's also no level 1 combo that goes with this that really needs the power.
In the upgraded version of my deck, where you play level 2 into level 3, This is amazing because it works with the clean cut, and it lets the clean cut swing at an 8/5 before anything else, and then you get to clean cut this back to use again on the following turn, and while getting removal. So I think this is actually like, I think in a specific build, this is something that really shores up your level 1 line in a very nice way and has nice synergy.
I can respect that,
but I can also respect that it probably doesn't go in anything else. So I don't know. It's like one of those hard ones.
Just give it a 2. It's okay. If you have an idea where you can play it,
all right.
There's like potentially playable.
Yeah. Does go nice with clean cut though.
Right, Karen. Of note, she has a soul trigger. When placed from stage to waiting room, you can mill 2 cards, and if you mill the climax, you prepare the cost, which is to discard 1 and choose a character from your waiting room and add it to hand. Second effect is she has an active skill to pay 1 to send herself to waiting room to choose 1 music character in your waiting room and add it to hand. I think it's a unique card, being able to like kind of end up turning itself into a pay 1 ditch to salvage 2. But I don't like that she doesn't do anything on board. Like if she did like global 500 even, I would respect it a lot more, because like after she's used up her worth of being a global 500, you sack her off and just get like these 2 really cool effects off. But the way that she's like printed as is, you put her on board and then immediately sack her off, which makes her not different. Do we have like any cool 4 more cards on board?
Basically because yeah, it has a soul trigger. Like the thing is, this is basically just like flower stand but worse.
Yeah.
Playing this because there's the main thing you need to look at this as is like a salvage that doesn't take up a board slot. Like a drop salvage that doesn't take up a board slot. But flower stand already does that, but better in a way, because flower stand can sometimes refund itself.
But a drop salvage discards a brick.
It doesn't drop it doesn't drop salvage. Wait, this card is terrible. It got even worse now that I thought that was pay 1 ditch a card, but it's pay 1 sack it. Okay, no, this card's unplayable.
It's pay 1 sack it. So
this card's unplayable.
Like the only way I can see this being good is like if there are certain cards in the set that where you're kind of like able to do like the Madoka thing, where like
you could
make 4 of these, or make a board, have 1 of these, play the 4 or more board condition, then use this effect to pop it off and have an empty board slot, then to put another one. But I think the only one that was like that was like the Yukiko from set 1.
The new EP is 4 or more, but I don't think that's like a card worth like double EP.
Yeah, but then like you lose a ton of stock doing it. You'd rather just play over cards than do the sack. And that's just, it's so rough. This card is not good. You never sleep this.
I think there's like, this is a wonder with the soul trigger.
That's like the only choice thing I got going.
8 choice, maybe.
1
is fine. I think 8 choice. Maybe.
Alright, Baba. Horomi. During your turn, if you have 2 or more other music characters, this gets 2k power. And during the turn, this is placed on stage from hand. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 music character, show it to your opponent and add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. I think, actually, yeah, now that we've seen Konomi, now that Dean brings up the idea of like a climaxless level 1 game plan, we have a lot of like really good level 1 beaters. We have that stock bomb, which grants 2k. We have this, which is on reverse plus, and then we have the clean cut, which is on reverse plus. I like how it plays into that as well.
So it's just like a decent standalone card to like throw into decks that don't want to like lean into a Tamaki engine. This is like a fine card to like bolster your level 1 combo as like extra plussing for when you miss CX or whatever. This profile is generally just seen play when it's gotten printed, so I don't see why this wouldn't see play. It's just nothing amazing. It's just like nice to have.
It's like a 3, right?
Yeah, climaxless plus, we'll take it. 3.
But like, what is the trait adulty? Like what?
Because she's not an adult. She's trying to be like an adult.
Okay, sure.
One of the cards has anime trait. That's all I know.
All right, 2/1 Akane. When this attacks this turn, this gets X power. X equals the number of your opponent's characters times 2,000. So against the full board, she swings at 14. and has the effect that when this card's level 2 or higher battle opponent is reversed, you may pay the cost if you do choose one character in your waiting room and add it to hand. I like the fact that she swings really large. I don't like the fact that she's not large on the defense. But 14k on swing, being able to remove some early plays as well, and being able
we're past the time where this profile was playable. I think in when it came out in Konosuba, it was like barely playable, and we've moved past that time, and I think it's just like too costly. What?
Wasn't that like a bomb or something as well?
I don't remember. It's a 2-1 with like on reverse level 2 or higher. Pay 1 and either was I think it just gained a bunch of power. I think the bomb was a coin flip. I think the Adachi was a coin flip, and the
Let's not waste time on this one, you guys.
Yeah,
you gotta be fast. You're not gonna sleeve this. Let's be honest on.
Fair enough. All right, that means we'll give it a 0 then. All right, 2-1 Elena has level assist and also has the ability to rest and choose one of your characters to turn and gains the following ability. When the card's battle opponent is reversed, you may send that character to stock, and if you do, send the bottom card of your opponent's stock to waiting room.
Fights for slots.
Why is this card like this, and why is Aqua like Aqua is? I don't
like better. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
This is
like
maybe this is still playable, but it feels really bad that this is just a level X. I don't know.
I think it's a level 2.
I'm unhappy that it's level X. And
this would need like one more effect for me to like consider playing it.
I think if the tap gave power as well.
Yeah.
If
it's like tap to give 1k power.
Well, I mean, but you already have like can't use backups or events in a lane, and so like you can pair that with this, and then like or like the hexproof event that you guys were talking about from set 1, where you can then like use this.
At level 3, you don't really need removal, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you have like board conditions and stuff, and
sure.
It can randomly be relevant. Like you can
like mostly this would be relevant at level 2 to like kill anchor stuff, right?
Yeah.
And for that, it kind of gives a bit. Maybe the 500 power doesn't matter. I don't know.
I think this is a meta call, like one of. Yeah. So like I think it's a 2, just because like you might sleeve this.
It
like not
could potentially see play as. So I guess 2 is fine.
All right, 2 it is. All right, 3-2 Reika. If you have 2 or less climax in your waiting room, so the good condition, this gets the -1 level in hand. And when placed on stage from hand, drop to 2, discard 2, then performing the following effects. You may choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher characters, and if you do, your opponent chooses one level X or lower character from their waiting room and swaps the 2 characters. X equals the level of the character chosen by you, -1. I think this provides, well, it doesn't provide a cantrip, but it provides dig that you might have wanted in your top end, but I don't like the fact that it's not plus.
I don't know. For me, it's like a bit too little. Especially there's like if the opponent is a level 3, it's early play and it's also a bouncer.
Yeah.
With like a check 3 rearrange, and I feel like that card does what this card does, but better. For like a lot of stuff, because this doesn't remove encore cards. The filter is also like because like a draw up to 2, you always have to discard 2. So sometimes you don't want that to draw up to 2. It's also like not a cheap way to dig for climaxes, because it doesn't refund the stock like usual. Draw 2 did shoot stock ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. If it refunded the stock, I think this would be very good.
I thought it refunded the stock. It went from a 2 to a 1. Now it's unplayable.
All right. So 1.
I'm not sure if it's 1, but like I think this card is like very hard to find like a use for that's like worth what it costs.
All right, 1. Next card. All right, we have Hinata, which combos with I believe that's the set 1 Konami.
It is. Yeah, this is the only card I have not sleeved.
All of your other set 1 Konami gains the following ability. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, look at up to 3 cards at the top of your deck and put them back on top in any order. And then also has the fact that when your character's trigger check reveals a climax with the wind, you may pay 1. So just basically pay out the wind to draw 1. Yeah, it turns a wind into a book that also bounces for a cost. Yeah. And you also have rest to give a character 1k. And then just to remind everyone, the 3-2 Konami from set 1 had experience 6 to gain 1500, and on place draw 1, gain 2. And on reverse, if you have the wind, you can mill 1 and deal X to your opponent, X being leveled with the mill card plus 1. So the Hinata is just basically used to confirm what you want to ping for the Konami, which is kind of good, but I don't think Konami as a finisher is great. I appreciate the fact that if you finish your turn with Konami reversing and burning, you can set up a good cancel. Like instead of canceling on 1, you can cancel on 3.
Or on 2, yeah.
Yeah.
If you play 8 wind, you probably play this card.
Sure.
But I'm pretty sure there's better wind level 3 from what I remember than this. Card does a bit too little. Like actually having the choice to like manipulate how much you burn for is pretty powerful. But it's still a bit random, and like the level 3 is just not very good.
Yeah. I think this makes the level 3 like it becomes like a real thing you could think of, especially with that hexproof event you guys are talking about.
I mean, yeah, this card gets massive. Like the thing that you can use this with is like, because this doesn't cost any stock, you can just use this and hold up money.
Yeah, right? And you can not only the money counter because it digs for it, and then you can like set up like the money counter, so you can like set up a wind trigger into a money counter on the second reverse, while also like setting the burn. Like right, like you have options, and I think this top end would be really fun to play. I don't know if this is the top end of choice, right? Like competition there, but I think this makes this card go from a card that I had never sleeved because I thought like, why would I ever sleeve this, to I will sleeve this and probably have a really good time with it. And I think it will be able to, I don't know if it would be like a regional deck, but like a locals deck, I think you could easily steal wins with this.
Yeah. Okay, I can respect that.
Seems right.
3.
I mean, I think this is going to be a fun one to sleeve.
Yeah. Next card is Tsubasa. If you have 5 or more cards in hand, this gets 1k and
Goblin
gains
Slayer Runner.
Yeah, Goblin Slayer Runner. Just, I don't think this one gains.
No, it's not. It doesn't gain a level.
Oh, it doesn't gain a
far
level.
Worse.
Wait, why does it not gain a level?
Because
is it 2k base? Is that why?
I mean, the level doesn't really matter because the opponent can side attack.
Or no, it's 1500. Well,
it
matters because you can't run in front of a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean,
if your opponent puts 2 bombs down, and you're just like Sajburger.
Okay, what was the last bomb you've seen at level 0?
JoJo.
Fair enough.
Basically, Goblin Slayer Runner. Pretty good card, honestly.
I still
so much worse
appreciate
than
the card, but the fact that it doesn't gain a level, I still don't like that it doesn't gain a level. Like, let me quickly read the Goblin Slayer card again.
Yeah,
no,
it gains a level.
Goblin Slayer gains 15 on the level, and that's why
because it's 15 base. Okay,
yeah. I can't get behind this. Good art, but I can't get behind it.
Yeah, good art though.
I actually like this. I think this might be.
Are you gonna sleeve this over other cards?
Yeah, if you play like heavy event, I would probably sleeve this over the Takane Runner, and I don't think there's a better +0, right?
Fair
this
enough.
is better than Yukio?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sure,
especially in like a deck that doesn't need to power at level 1, this is a lot better than Yukio.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can see it, but I don't know. This was rough.
It really upsets me that it doesn't gain the level, but I still appreciate that it's still like a 3k chaser that forces crashes.
You're not going to feel bad sleeving it, but you're going to feel a little disappointed, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a 2.5 to a
2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, something like that.
3. Good
I'll...
card. Not great card, but good card.
All right, Elena, Glasses Pose. If you have 2 or less stock, this gets 1500, so 35 as a idiot on the board. And when this card's battle opponent is reversed, if you have another music character, choose one of your opponent's front row level 0 or lower characters, and you may send it to waiting room. This is interesting.
Funny.
This is interesting. I kind of like it. I like the fact that like if your opponent puts up a runner and another card, and you're just able to like out the other card, you also out the runner as well. So this is kind of like a 2-for-1 card if it works out like that. But if your opponent just doesn't like provide another front row card, then it doesn't really do anything but be a 35 beater.
Like the thing is, it's like an anti-runner, but it doesn't work if the opponent goes first, which is kind of like the purpose of an anti-runner.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, and that's like where I end up putting it, right? Like, it's funny. But are you gonna sleeve it? No.
I'm feeling like a 1, right?
Yeah, if you sleeve it, it's for the joke.
I can see someone sleeving it and it's being like not terrible.
I can see losing to this, but I can't see winning with it.
Yeah,
I think that's a good way to put it.
It's like 1.5, I think. It's like almost playable.
Yeah. Next doll. Alright, Konami.
Speaking of
anti-runner, the character across from this cannot move to other slots when it is just placed on stage from hand. Reveal the top card of your deck if that card is a mute. Oh.
Yeah, 0-0.
Oh,
go next.
Yeah, this is going next. Oh my god, imagine putting this in front of a runner and then boom, you whiff. You're like, oh shit. Right, go next.
There's like 35 anti-runners that don't see play.
Yeah,
why are we spending so long on every card? Then he doesn't change the slides. How did this happen?
Alright, 1-0 Anna. If this card has a marker underneath, it gains 2k, becoming 6k. When this card is placed on hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a music character, put it underneath this card face down as a marker at the start of the encore step. If you don't have any other resting characters in your front row, you may pay the cost, and if you do, rest this.
It's infinite Futaba deck, because they already have a 1-0 Futaba, so you can play like 12 Futabas. But yeah, this is unplayable. Let's be fair.
No, I don't think this is unplayable. Like pay one.
This is
pay
not
one
bad.
to like keep an attacker is like reasonable.
Pay one
because you keep the marker.
Attacker, right?
It has good art. You're right. It's playable. Also,
but like, if you play events, don't play this.
Bro, it's sick. 4k infinite attacker for one stock.
It goes in the infinite marker deck, whereas you can play like 4 copies of this profile. So yeah, I think 2.
Yeah, and you just get to brainstorm for a lot. But it's like, I really wish you could play this with Tamaki, but like Tamaki wants like events, and it's like gets awkward. But like
there's stockings
actually, it's actually playable, even if it doesn't look like it on first glance. Just
it's playable.
Not good probably.
In the climax is level 1. It's 0. It's level 1. It's costless. Cool. All right. Speaking of Tamaki, if you have 4 more music characters, this card gets the -1 level in hand, and for each of your opponent's back row characters, this gets 1k. So 8k with full condition. Climax combo: send the win climax from your climax area to the waiting room at the end of this card's attack. If you have 4 or more other music characters, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw 3.
No, it's not. You can't pick climaxes.
Look up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 3 music characters or events from among them. Show them to your opponent. Add them to hand. Send the rest to your waiting room.
Just pretty good. It also burns for 3.
If this was draw 3, it would be pretty good.
3.
I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of goo.
If you reveal CX, you can't add them.
No, doesn't matter. You never will.
So this is obviously for the 8-win deck, right?
Yeah, obviously for the 8-win deck. Like this
and
is like you play the 0-0 deck.
So I'll spoil a bit ahead. Like the level 3 works with events, so that's why this also adds events. And in the context of that deck, this combo is like reasonable. It's just not great, but it's reasonable.
I think it also gives you modular damage. That's a big thing. It works well with the Snot Aqua, which is also big.
Okay, modular damage for a level 1 combo is not a thing.
No. But like, what happens if you're like level 2? This won its lane. You move it over to another lane. You slam down another wind. You want your swing in the open lane to be for 2 instead of 3.
That sounds very niche.
It is very niche, but it's something that comes up, and so options are good. 2 to 3. I mean, like you won't feel bad sleeping this.
I think you feel bad sleeping this, except for your meme deck.
I'd be excited to play this in 8-win. I think this is kind of goo in 8-win. Kind of creamy.
I think you would feel like this card is pretty fun to play. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be fun. So I think it's like 2 to 3.
Yeah, 2.
Kaori. God, I love teachers.
Oh.
When this card is placed on stage from hand, look at the top card of your deck and put it on top or into your waiting room. When this attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a climax, search your deck for up to one music character and show it to your opponent. Add it to hand and shuffle afterwards.
Goes in the Infinite Futaba deck.
Kind of wokage.
At level 3.
And it also goes... This is like the first card we've seen that actually goes into 10 event.
At level 3?
But at level 3, no.
At level 3, you stack the win trigger, so you can reveal it with this on your third attack.
Oh, I don't think so, man. I think at that point you just stack the win trigger down. You just stack the win trigger down.
And
no,
but like, there's like often times where you're like Tamaki, 2 CX on top. Fuck my life. And then this just like saves you. And this is like pretty solid, I think.
I can appreciate it.
It reminds me of the Chino in Gochusa that's like almost broken. Where you like mill the top card and if it's a CX you search too. That card feels like close to like very abusable. And this card feels like in combination with Tamaki, this is abusable.
Sure.
This is like the perfect card for the chump every attack until the opponent dies and cancel everything. Playstyle. This
is just sack your opponent to like fucking infinity.
No, but like this covers like your bad cases for like try crashing, right?
I think you would put like two of his tops.
Yeah, you don't run like 4 of this, but this is like almost designed for like that kind of deck.
Yeah, fucking like
impressively
sandbagging for turns.
Yeah, I really like this card.
Yeah.
I think this is actually like probably somewhat deck defining.
Kind of creamy, actually. Now that I think about it. This might be the hand you need for the Kaori level 3 combo. Wokage.
Yeah, that is true. I think this is wait, no, because you can't attack with it then. Man, I 10 event's not a real deck. I'm sorry. It can't hurt me anymore. But it does have use cases outside that, so I think it's like a 2.5 to a 3. You guys can.
10 event is the only deck that topped the WGP in the Western Hemisphere.
WGP. Okay. I'm not gonna talk.
3. Next card.
I mean, I don't mean like the locals. I mean the continentals, obviously.
I know, but I mean like WGP is like.
Now, I mean, it's like that's actually the only relevant format we have for JP, right?
It is, but relevant's a strong word.
All right. On attack, give 2,500. Encore.
Unplayable.
Holy shit, this is awful.
If this was like 5k base, maybe.
Yeah, if it was 5k base, maybe like an actual just like Shimakai. But 2,500, it's losing to some zeros. No. That's like horrendous. So nice.
Leave to target.
0. Alright, Fuka. When this is placed on stage from hand, gains 3k. Climax combo with the choice. When on reverse, if you have the choice, you have another music character, you may discard 1 and salvage 2.
If you're too poor for the other choice combo, you buy this.
I think this might actually be better than the other choice combo.
No. No. If your budget is like $5 instead of $7, you buy this.
No, like this. Okay, so this swings 8k, and this.
The other one was 7.5.
This definitely like after this combo, your hand looks a lot better than after the other combo. I can guarantee you that.
Wait, how? Bro. This is ditch 1, top check 4, add 2. The other one's ditch 1, top check 4, add 2, but can add the flower stand. This has to get a reverse. The other one doesn't. This is literally worse.
No, this is salvage 2.
Is it salvage?
It's salvage 2.
Is that
it's salvage 2?
But it's on reverse. It's on.
Yeah, but it's 8k base.
I'm trying to play solitaire. I'm trying to play solitaire. I'm not trying to play with my opponent. I don't care what my opponent has on the board.
Like 1 or 2 of this, like. Basically, it fixes your entire hand to like whatever you want.
Like I can appreciate that it's in.
You
yellow.
Play the mirror. They have the JC in the back row.
I can appreciate that's in yellow. So like in yellow, you already have like a good of like random level 1 advantage cards. in like the JC, the freaking Konami, the Ana, that you can actually like sandbag a turn at level 1, wait for your opponent to commit cards at level 1, and then wipe them with Fuka, sure. But you're gonna be sculpting for your combo, and if your opponent just like outplays like on reverse effects, and you're fucking like sad.
Okay, but like what decks actually outplay on reverse effects?
Fuck, I don't.
Not very many.
Fair,
but if you play against Marvel, like sure you're like sad boy, but like I think in a lot of circumstances, whatever, this card is like fine. You probably don't play this. I think it's like not actually necessarily worse than the other one. I think this card leaves you in a better spot than the other one, but it needs to reverse, which sometimes can be an issue.
I think reverses are easy, but like I think, man, it's two. I think it's something you sleeve if you don't. I don't think it's
if you're a broke ass bitch.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where it's at.
All right, Reika. When a climax with the wind trigger is placed in your climax area, choose one of your characters this turn. It gets 1500, so it just makes Konami that much bigger. And also, when you drive check a wind trigger, you can pay 1 to salvage, so it turns your winds into a gate. In the 8 wind deck, this is really good.
Because of the art, this is a 5. I will sleeve this 100%.
The art's pretty good. I will admit that, but
the thing is, do you even need this in 8 wind?
You have infinite power.
It feels like you already have infinite power. You don't need this extra power, right?
Oh, you get salvage instead of draw. You could do both. And
that
have
seems
no stock.
No
hype.
Like it's like you already have so much power. Do you really need this?
Potentially.
Tony needs it apparently.
Wait, why do I need it?
Because you just left, but like,
oh, true.
This is okay, maybe. I don't know. This is like 2. You maybe play one of this,
but because of the art and because I think that the wind deck sounds really fun, I'm giving it it's a 5 in my heart.
Realistically, it's a 2. I think with 8 wind deck, probably 3 or 4. Big number, make brain feel good. I agree. Yeah, big number, make brain feel good. Next. Alright, 2-1 Serika. Alright, Poggy's art. I love the twin tails. Very ooh-woo. When this is placed on stage from hand this turn, this gets X power. X equals the number of music characters times 15. So, full board, gain 75, 35 attacker. And on attack, if you have 4 more other music characters, you can give something 2 soul.
So like a 1? 1.5?
Yeah, so like a 1.
Funny, haha. Plus 2 soul.
Yo, what if you like? What if you like play this and like you like give the 2 soul to like Azusa Restander,
and then that needs a reverse, so you can't side.
Azusa does not need to reverse.
No, Azusa needs to reverse.
Does she?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's been.
That's right.
It's been way too long. All right, 1.
Only fake
no,
fan
0.
confirmed.
0.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's like you can play this. It's just like I don't know why.
Please, you're not sleeving it.
You're not playing this. You're never gonna play this. You would never play this unless you're like a Serika sim.
Oh, like in Dean's deck, you probably play this.
Wait, what? My deck? My deck is not this stuff.
Plus 2 soul. In your plus 2 soul deck, you play this.
You attack with this plus 2 soul and use the power pump, and that's plus 2.
No, you use this to give the power pump plus 2 soul, and then it pumps 5k.
Plus 6k?
Yeah, plus 6k, whatever.
Right,
yeah.
Combos. 3-card combos.
Next card. Alright, 3-2 Cotton. For each of your other music characters, this gains 500 power. On place, from hand, discard, and salvage an event. Gain 1k. Kind of cool.
Combo, pay 1, discard a princess item to Cocochino. Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay, so pay 1, discard. I'd rather use the event. I think the only one that I'm willing to discard is like the yellow one, but I would rather just play the fucking red event.
Events are really good.
I mean, like, you just look at this as like you can always which is pretty strong, but
it doesn't do anything on play.
Is it stronger than the other options? Probably not.
what I see this as is actually a tech one of as a searchable princess event.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
That's what I see this as. I think it has merit for being that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you still need that because there's a Chiori for level 1 or higher you
Or you
got.
just hold, right? Like you could just hold the event if you.
No, like sometimes you just never draw it. But
Those aren't real.
because there's a Chiori now.
You always draw it.
No, I play 3 and I use like Tamakis to dig for them endlessly, and I never find it, and it still happens. But like
Player diff.
with the Chiori, I just don't think you need this.
I think this is like a 3.5 to a 4 because I think this is like an auto include.
I'm willing to give this a 3 just for the fact that like whichever princess, like if you play the blue princess event, like being able to like searchable money counter, kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a lot worse with the 3/7 event. It's a lot worse in the 3/7 build, but in like the 3/4 or the 3/0, like it is a searchable event.
I think the Chiori does the card better.
I respect that as well.
All right.
They're also very strong. Like the level 3 combos in this set are just crazy.
Oh, we're at red. Let's go. Okay.
It only took us 2+ hours.
Keep going.
Let's go slow. I'm gonna go really slow here. I'm gonna read each word.
Fuck you, Dean.
No, please go fast.
Gotta go slow.
Go like Knuckles.
Okay, so this is a double R, level 0 stock, 1500. On during turn plus 15, and it's a plus 1000. Sorry, you're right. And it color fixes to bottom of clock on play to search a level 1 or lower character. It's a Ricky that searches. If you're playing level 1 combos, good. If you're not playing level 1 combos, you don't need it. So I think this is...
So like 90% of decks play like 4 of this, and like 10% of decks play like 0 of this.
4 is a strong number for a Search Ricky.
4 is the correct number for a Search Ricky. And 4 is also what this card gets.
I think if the fact that it's not a... I think the fact it's not a clock from top deck, but the fact that you get to choose the color that you put into your clock as well, that is fucking huge.
Okay, I actually don't care about that. It's just Search Ricky OP.
Alright, 5.
What's the last deck that didn't play 4 Search Ricky?
3. I would never put more than 3 of these in my list.
Alright, well, he said 3, so we're going with 7. Alright, next.
Next card.
We have... Oh, this is a strong combo? No, it's not. Okay.
Yo, armpits, Poggies? Can I get Poggies in chat?
1/0, 4/5. It board 5/5 climax combo on attack. What is this?
This level X or lower, and X is the climax count on waiting room.
So it goes to 7/5, and then you get to salvage it. I would never sleeve this.
Funnily enough, I think this is the best level 1 combo in the set.
I mean,
you're smoking.
It's on a good trigger. You don't have to. Man, this combo's.
I would always play this over the Mill 4-1.
Dude,
I don't think you've played enough with like ditch 1, look at 4 combos to like realize how fucking bad
right.
they are.
I actually have not.
Okay, yeah, I also have not yet.
So I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt there. The fact that this is better than everything you had before, so I'm willing to admit that much.
I can appreciate she swings to 75. I can appreciate she swings to 75.
Like you don't need to salvage level 3s at level 1, so like this combo is just fine.
It is a good trigger. I mean, it's like a 3. I mean, like I think I'd rather play the level 2 combos and just not play a level 1 if this is my option. But like if you're playing a level 1, I can see the argument where this is the best.
I'd say 4.
I didn't want to play this combo either, but I think it just ended up as the best one.
Like I would be more excited to play the 7/6/5 level 0 combo than I would this.
Okay, no. This swings 7/5. What the fuck?
You know what? Yeah, it's better than Hibiki. It's like infinitely better than Hibiki.
It's infinitely better than Hibiki, but that's like...
So 4. I'm gonna give this a 4. 4 or 5.
I think like 3 or 4 is fine, but I think this is like actually a good combo, and you'd probably overlook this if you don't know that this is probably pretty good in this set. I think.
All right, next stall.
Okay, we have this 3-2
No,
10K on play top check X number of music characters climax combo ditch 2, so it's like ditch 1 because it top checks on play. If you have board of characters, what is this? Choose up to one card.
On, but you top deck 1.
Top, burn. Oh, it's like it's a burn 3, but it deals 4 damage.
Yeah.
For 2 hands.
Which is actually very strong.
That's actually kind of strong. I think the numbers for that were like always really favorable.
Also, keep in mind this is like pretty easy to give this card hexproof, and it's also pretty easy to hold up money counter with this.
It is. Money counter?
Yeah. I mean, you need to win board. That's like the hard part. But like, this digs for money, and it doesn't cost stock.
Yeah, this is once again, it's just like one of those like you have infinite combos.
Yeah, we have a lot of top end.
You have infinite top ends. I think this is like this is just gonna go in the 3 or where this is like a top end that you won't feel bad sleeving.
Just die for no reason.
Sure. Yeah. Actually,
this is like triple Xenon, but like you can do it every game for like, and you can also hold up money sometimes.
You can triple it for 6 stock, and I think that's the important part.
Yeah.
All right. Next Tocado, or give a rating actually.
I think it's like a 3.5 to a 4. I think this would feel good.
This is potentially even like extremely strong, but yeah, 3 or 4.
I'd say 3. It's just worth testing, but I'm not like jumping out of my seat to.
There's like no condition on this. There's no condition on this. This is just like
that
always.
Is the big part. It's just on.
Always. Very high chance to just lethal the opponent from like 3-0.
It's like Hendrickson, and Hendrickson is broken, so. This is unplayable. Next card.
0.
I'm not even gonna look at it.
Next card.
What does this do? Level 0, 1500. When you play a gate, give all of your characters get 1,000. Well, that's pretty good.
Yo.
And when you trigger the door gate, you get to give something else 2k power. That's a lot of power. This is playable just because of the amount of power you give. Actually, the level 1 combo suddenly is good because you're just cracking standby boards.
Yeah, you're just 85 all of a sudden.
Holy. Oh, an 8 gate. This is like a 3.5 to a 4. It like actually makes like
you can just put this in like your back row. And then every turn you just randomly get.
This also kind of like this helps a lot with like the fact that the 3-2 is like not that big.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. I think in 8 standby, in 8 gate, 3.54.
Yeah, you obviously only played it in 8 gate. Yeah.
Outside of that, 0. So 3.
Sure, 3.
That's how I look at it.
They get you won't feel bad sleeving this one. Okay, this card has really good art. Also has anime trait. Level 0, 2k. You dump until both players have 4 cards in memory or less, and it's Fuka for level 1 or higher. Yeah. This is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that at base value, it's just a Fukujiro. At second value is that if you're playing against memory compression, you just fuck them.
Yeah. You don't. 4 cards is a lot, but like.
It's not
it can
10
hurt.
cards.
Like the mass spam memory decks, it does hurt. The other decks mostly don't care.
Yeah.
But the fact that this is like a Fuka in a deck that cares or doesn't necessarily care, but has a lot of very strong events, very strong events, makes this pretty good.
And I don't know, Fuka zeros are like 5s in my mind. Like these are not 5s, I guess, because 4s, because they're not like set defining. But like every time I have one, I think my set is infinitely better.
All right, I'm gonna give this a 4. Well, because it looks at 4 cards.
Ooh, good enough. No, next card. So we have this level 0 Kana. It's 2k. Pay 1, ditch 1 on play. Search or
salvage 1.
Salvage a music character and give 1,000 power, and when your opponent plays a climax, go to stock. So it's the GGO profile.
The Riza. Yeah.
This is probably your like filter of choice almost. Then, right?
It's pretty good. I actually like this card a lot.
I like this profile.
If you play a filter.
If you play a filter, I think this is better than playing a random drop search.
Because
you
I like
get the stop
drop
back.
search more, but maybe a bit preference.
There's an argument for like the deck access, but like I don't
especially
know,
because like usually you'll play Salvage Storms, right?
True, so, that is the better card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I think it's like a 3. I think you'll feel good sleeving it.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate playing this card. I think it has 2 relevant effects.
Or
can we agree? Like you won't feel bad. Yeah.
Yeah. 3.
2 to a 3. Yeah.
2 to 3.
Next card.
Oh shit! Whoo, shoulder.
This is a 1/0/3/5. It has tap. Give
something 20 or 500
give something
per
500 times
field.
board, and
so
then it
25.
It also has pay 2 tap salvage. Back row slots are at a premium. You're already playing probably clean cuts in this set, so like when you start playing this, plus the
I don't know about the clean cuts, but like there's back row slots are at a premium, and nothing really needs to power.
Yeah.
I don't think this like
especially
really
in red, right?
I just think
this being a 1/0 red.
It's fighting with too many other cards, so I think this is like 1.
Yeah.
Like, if you sleeve it, it's like a 1.5, I guess, because you won't feel terrible, but like you're losing out every time you sleeve this, you're losing. So like 1.5.
Like by comparison, there's like 0/0 in Hololive that kind of does the same thing, and doesn't see play.
Yeah.
So
now we have this 1/0 4K. It has on play it gains a level in 1,000, so it goes to 5K, and then on attack you Shimakai. We already had
these.
I play one in my current list, but I think it gets dropped. It gets dropped 100% with all the yellow stuff now.
Not a fan of this.
Shimakai is already a little rough to put in your deck anyway. So yeah, this card is not playable. 1. Next card. So now we have a 2/1 counter, 1500 power, just in case you have to put it on the board.
Oh
and,
shit!
On backup,
God counter.
What is this? Your opponent mills.
It's Ruby counter, but from bottom.
Counter.
Yeah. This is really funny when your opponent sees. Well, this isn't from top of deck, so it doesn't have the same mental trauma of seeing multiple climaxes disappear.
I think like the main thing is that like sometimes your opponent is gonna like pants a CX and then you mill out their deck, and then they have a CX in play, and like they pantsed something and they trigger the CX and then they just die.
That's really situational, and you have to be winning board, and they have to be attacking into the board that you won with.
I mean, you don't need to be winning, right? This card does that whenever, right?
Well, you have to have won the board in order to use the counter.
Yeah.
No, you could
just... the front swing. On the front swing.
Oh, sure, on the front swing. Sure.
Yeah, it's and then like, would you pay what? I mean, I guess if it's like a Fumio, basically, right? Like,
if you're
you would use
forced to refresh, put them out of like climaxes sure,
this is like, there's like not many good 2/1 counters in this set, so this is probably one counter. The anti-change is like ditch 2.
You're like... the Nexusol. Wait, okay, it's ditch 2, but you. Oh my. Okay.
I think you
in the level 2 deck, you have the hand. In the level 2 deck, you have the hand. But I think this card.
I think this is reasonable.
Would you sleeve this? Would you sleeve this?
I wouldn't.
I have decks where I've sleeved this in, so.
Would you sleeve it in this set?
I don't. In this set, probably not, because like the decks that I want to build in this set don't really care about counters at 2.
Even if you care about counters, is this the counter of choice?
No.
I guess it
I think so. I think so. If I play level 2 counters, I think this is the best one. But it depends. Like if you're playing like the level 2 combo, obviously the anti-change is better.
Yeah, anti-change. Man. Yeah, I think it's a 1.5. I think it gets beat up by the anti-change.
Sure.
Funny
in some decks. Like if you play standby, you don't play the anti-change. Whereas you could feasibly play this.
Okay, now we have this 2/2
art
75. Yeah, good art. Experience 3, it gets 2 effects. On attack, it goes to 10/5 and has hand on core. And it has the climax combo on the standby, sack the standby to stand itself.
This is Nino, but like a lot worse.
Yeah, this card is like turbo ass.
Yeah,
I'm sad that it doesn't get like static power.
I think the fact it loses power and then dies and then you have to hand encore it every turn.
Yeah.
And like isn't even like big, right? It's like you'd just rather play something else.
I think in 8 standby you might still be on like the 2/2 now from like set 1.
So like what is the one?
I mean, if you play 8 standby just because you actually if you play 8 standby you play like the new combo, so
yeah,
the level 0. So
yeah, you play
you just never play this. You just never play this.
So is this like a 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1. Next card.
2 for the art.
2 for the art, sure. So we have this 3/2 4K assist 2K on play heal tap give 1,000. This is worse than the assist you already have, right?
Yeah.
So the other card is salvage on play and pump soul.
It has the pump soul.
I mean, the main thing about the other card is the soul modulation.
That is the soul mod. Yeah, I think this is not better than the other back row that
Also, like, if you play Kotoha, like, the other card enables some, like, really sick lines with the assists that Kotoha has.
Yeah, creamy lines.
So, because this is already beat out by another card that already exists in the set, I'm sorry, this is like a 1. I don't think...
I think a 2 for this is fine, because there's... If you don't play Kotoha level 3, and you play, like, some fucking
rather
weird
play any order,
deck,
would you not? The Climax swap 2/1? 2K
this is like a heal, and it pumps like 1k extra power. And if you play like some form of standby, but it's not Kotoha, I don't know. I think like in most decks this is outclassed, but it's probably not like unplayable.
I would not sleeve this.
I don't see myself playing this ever.
For what?
Oh shit, Yute, fuck.
What's going on?
Whatever. Let's just keep going. I'll chip in when necessary.
Wait, what's going on Yute?
No, like release.
That's out. I already got my playset from Nova TCG. Use my discount code SPTCG TOKU for 5% off any Bushiroad singles on Strictly Broken TCG.
Well, Yute's not loading for me. I bought a case, and I will pull literal ass. I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say that on this stream?
I pulled on stream already.
I'm gonna pull bad cards from my case.
Should we just go next card?
Yeah, let's go to next card.
Next card.
Yute's not loading.
2.
What is going on?
Eye she has.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, 1 or 2. I mean, I would never sleeve this, so it's a 1. But like, if somebody wants to sleeve this, I guess if they can't afford the set 1 cards.
Speaking of good card.
Yeah, 3/2 pro wrestling trait. I like it. 9k. If your opponent has a level 3 on board, it comes out early. It's pretty nice. On play, top check 3, rearrange and bounce. So it removes the level 3 if they have a level 3. And it gets what you buff one of your opponent's cards, right?
No, you.
Oh, it goes to 11. It goes to 11. Sorry.
Yeah,
per turn. I don't think the 11k is like super relevant, but it might be. The bounce is very nice. It is like removal if you're playing like a board-based deck. This can help you deal with some problems that like maybe you want to like delay for a turn. So, what do you guys think?
I like the stack on it. I like the stack a lot. You combine the stack with all of your bunch of like your other like top deck related cards. Pog. And I think the bounce is good. Like the first and the second effect just kind of go hand in hand, where like your opponent commits to their board first, and you're just like back to your hand. Jobby, go.
I'm looking at card like at what I need to put in my
How
card.
do you get it? Nothing's loading. But
all right.
I give it 3.
I think it's a better like board answer than the down level one. So it's like 2.
Yeah. I give it a 3 because it's level 3. It checks for your opponent to be level 3, and it also looks at 3 cards.
Yeah, so we got to keep up with the theme. I think you just leave one of this maybe.
No, you sleep 3.
Now we have level 0, 500, global 5, sack. If you have the 3/2, you summon another 3/2 from hand. So you get double combo.
Salvage a 3/2.
Oh, you salvage a 3/2. Oh, that's a lot less good. Oh, this card kind of sucks.
I think with respect to the 3-2 Kotoha package, I think the Zero Tamaki is probably the better side option for like a level 0 package to play with it. Just because the Tamaki
markers.
The thing that gets the markers, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that one is like always better rather than this one here. So I think because Tamaki exists, Tamaki gives the power, which is relevant for on reverse combos at level 3, but also is able to like spawn another copy as well. I think Tamaki is always better than this Mirai. Zero.
Everything's sold out. How am I supposed to buy? Yeah, 0. I'm not putting this in my deck. This card sucks. Next card. Level 0 2K on play bottom deck if they have only one, and pay 2. It's the root. It's the Mushoku card that's expensive.
Is the Mushoku card a promo? Is that why?
Yeah, it's expensive.
Oh, okay.
Well, this card is uncommon, so it won't be expensive. I think these are like good going second cards, right? They're like annoying to deal with.
They're fine.
Like
good going
decent going second cards and like ass going first cards, so I don't think they're good.
What I hate about it is that like it's really good going second, but then you aren't able to get like the full effect, the full value of this card when you play second, because you won't have like unless you go second, play this down, play another card down. So when it dies, you get the pay 2 salvage to bring something back.
Here's my honest opinion. I think pay 2 salvage is like absolute garbage. I think pay 2 salvage on death is like what like if you're putting it in there because of that effect, it's pretty rough. Like things are going pretty rough in your gameplay because you already have really good zeros that you don't need a pay 2 salvage. The first effect is annoying, but like you said, 50% of the time, 50%. That's it.
All right. 50% of the time. Therefore, I will give this 1.5 for the 0.5. 1.5. Actually, no, 0.5.
0.5? Sure, we'll go with 0.5.
Exactly 50%.
Next card. Unless Christian thinks this card's insane.
No, it's fine.
So we have this 1-0 Umi, 4K. For every back row, it gets 1,000, so it's 6K, and has Accelerate, one of my least favorite mechanics, to take a damage.
I love Accelerate.
What is this? At the start of climax phase, stock charge 1. Is that what it is?
Yeah, stock charge 1.
Look at top.
And then check. Yeah.
So with your already infinite top checks and Futabas, would you guys sleeve this?
I would. No. It looks nice. I like the art.
Not enough payoff for Accelerate.
Yeah, but no, there's no payoff in this set for Accelerate, so I don't understand why it's
there.
Well,
no, there's like Accelerate payoffs. There's like more cards that work with Accelerate. It's like very similar to the Axel World package, but like stock 1 is not what I want out of like an Accelerate effect.
I think the only cool thing about this is that if you play like a red level 1, you can transition back into like the 3-2 that needed itself in experience, that you can just clock a copy of it with this, since this is not Accelerate from the top of the deck, but Accelerate from like the waiting room. So maybe there, question mark. But even then, I'm not super excited to play this in any deck. I can't cancel enough as it is, so I'm not trying to hit myself. Y'all know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. 1 out of 5.
1. Yeah, I won't sleeve this.
Pack
it's actually close to a 0. Next
Pack
card. 1-0, the best card in the set. 4K, but when it attacks, it gets 1,500 times. So combos with the 2-1. The 2-1 gives this 3K extra power. And it has climax combo. When damage is canceled with the +2 soul, it's swinging at minimum 3, possibly 5. With the +2 soul 7, open lane 8. On cancel, look at 6, add 2. This is deck speed. This is aggression. This card is going to be if your opponent triple cancels, you got through your deck fast, and you're gonna cancel. If your opponent eats 9 damage, you're gonna eat 9 damage because you did not mill a single card out of your deck. This card is funny. It's probably gonna feel terrible, but it's good.
It's like decent. It mirrors one of the actual card like set 1 cards, right?
It's unironically kind of good.
It's so big.
Kind of good. Like
it's so big.
I don't know about kind of good, but it's like okay.
It swings at 15 by itself. Any random climax makes it swing at 7, and then this climax makes it swing at 8-5. So 8-5, you're wiping the board. you're not delegated to like having to wipe the board to get your plus. It's like, I'm not trying to be crazy, but this is kind of creamy. This is kind of goo.
I give this 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 3.5. I might want to test with this somehow, but I'm not itching to play it.
It's gonna be really.
I'm gonna stay like calm and gonna give this a 2, but it's like a playable card.
2 for 2 soul. I agree.
He's not having fun. He's not having fun.
Dude, I'm trying to buy cards.
All right, next card.
No time for fun.
I just bought a Liran. I can't afford any SPs from the set. Next card. 2/1 Kodaha best. This is really good art. I like.
I like the art. The art is really cool.
During your turn, it gets 1500 times others, so it gets 6k power, 12/5, and then when it kills a card, you can send it to memory. The other card to memory. So it's removal. This I might sleeve this just for the art. Do we give this a 2 for the art? For removal.
I appreciate the art. I don't like that it's forced removal.
It's not forced.
It is forced. Oh, it's May. Oh shit, even better.
You put this down. It's 12/5. You kill like an early play heal. You go no, gone. And I never want you to heal again.
Yeah, and then it dies right after. I think at that point, wouldn't you just rather just play? Actually, no. Maybe the fact that it kind of insulates damage on the crackback. Maybe, but 12/5 is not huge. I'd rather just have like the guaranteed removal, right?
But what if you give it +2 soul and 1,000 times soul?
All right, you know what? It's level 2. It has 2 effects. 2 out of 5.
2.
That's my thought.
I think it's probably a 1, but I'm giving it 2 for the art.
1.5 for the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next card. This is a level 0 500. If you have another card, it's a 3/5. And on attack with Climax, top check if level 1 or higher, you get a stock.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I feel like if you play enough zeros, you're always going to be able to be a 3/5 body on the board. And then, you know what? If you're a Poggy Walkies player, you're always getting that free stock. Let's go. Any other thoughts? Like, this card's just a card. It's a 2 out of 5 for me. It's like not a 0 that I'm like eager to play.
This is like because the brainstorm exists, this is like almost playable, but I think there's just better zeros. You never want to play this.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, I'm thinking 1, 1 for the potential +1.
3/5, you can get stock. Aren't you guys big on this top check too, and all the top checks? Like you can guarantee that stock.
I think it's the fact that once you start doing that, you're already giving up a lane by playing the top.
This is number 69. Is that
sure? 2.
Okay,
2.
5. You sold me on the 69. It's just 5. It's a 5.
Level 0. 1k assist 500 accelerate. Oh, see, this is the payoff on reverse pay 1 salvage.
Payoff.
Payoff. Yeah, 0. Next card. Unless 0. You guys wanted to talk about this.
What? Oh, this one. Yeah, this
is accelerate payoff. It's not even a global Sag Burger, dude.
Okay, we have level 0 1500 on play power pump 500 times characters including self. 2 card, and then on attack. This card is a 3/5. You like to have more than this on power pump?
If it buffed another character or any character, I think maybe play one of as like a big burst of power that you can have at level 0. No. It doesn't on attack if it buffed another character, is what I'm saying. Like if you could like buff a character 45 with this one card. But no.
Yeah. Well, so let's not talk about it. Next card.
Yeah, next card.
1/0. This is also good art. On attack,
let's go.
Goes to 7. Goes to 7k. Has accelerate as well. To get power. Holy shit!
It swings big. It swings 11k costless.
It swings 11k by taking a damn. I would never do that. I would rather just let my opponent have cards.
There's like a better card that swings really big, costless.
Yeah, and the 2 soul.
I think the same color. No, not even that. Like
Oh yeah, the fucking Yukiko.
Yeah.
Next card.
Next card.
We're not sleeving this. Also, I like all of this.
I fucking love this art. This is the Blood Sea. This is Blood Sea art right here.
Yeah, this card I meant.
1045 on play, it goes to 8k and dies at the end of turn, and on attack. What is this? Oh, it goes to 9k and then top decks on reverse.
I appreciate that it goes to 8k. I don't like that it doesn't swing over and then insulate damage on the swing back. I think
dying's a little bad,
sad.
but this removes like cards.
Standbys.
It removes 1/1s for the cost of 1 stock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like sometimes relevant, I guess.
And you don't need to always pay the 1 stock. This also just like kills things and then dies.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Do you think it's like a 2? Is that like?
I would say
yeah,
2. I say it's a 2.
Like, there's like also upside, like say with Kotoha or whatever, this kills a card and then dies, and then your opponent can't crash.
That is also true.
That's true. That is true. I like that.
That's kind of creamy. Both of the top end. Like
that is kind of creamy.
So next card. Okay, we have this 1/1 2k soul trigger. If you're level 2 or higher, you can pay 1 sack. Summon the 3/2 big card from the TD in set 1, and it's a global 1k, and it has top check 2 rearranged.
Yeah,
that's a lot of good effects. That's a lot of good effects, right?
I really like this card.
Early playing the global 15 is like that's good in like most of the sets.
Yeah,
like most of the decks, right?
Yeah.
So,
like,
and though 3/2 has a hand on court too. Man, that's
like this is pretty good. Like this is also a really good alternate like 1/1. You can if you have an extra standby out.
I just not sure if there's like a deck that this actually has a place in, because I'm not sure if like 8 standby is like worth playing whatsoever. It doesn't seem like it.
Even in like non-H standby, like you could play this and not feel bad, right?
I would rather be able to stand.
It's always awkward, like because if you try to win board with Mirai, like you're cocking Kotoha. It's like really weird.
Yeah, that part is true, but I mean, like if you're not playing the Kotoha, right?
Yeah, but if you're not playing the Kotoha, what standby deck are you playing?
I don't know.
And why are you not playing the Kotoha?
What if you're not playing standby? What if you're just doing this for like 2 stocks?
Then it just seems very bad.
I think you play this.
The Mirai is like an early play without an on-play effect.
I think like at level 1, if I'm playing 1 stock, it's gonna be a lot more higher impact.
If there's a deck that's like the fucking 7/6/5 combo but in Million Life, then sure, maybe.
Yeah, this would be better than 7/6/5, but it's not. So I don't know.
I would still give this a 3. I do want to test this even in 8 standby right now, just because having the nuke, what's her name, Chihaya, just to like empty a spot, and then like any extra 1/1s can go to the front instead, and you still have like a 1k to the front row that you just like fucking stood by out at level 0. Get a bunch of infinite value off because every turn you're tapping to like confirm you're not first triggering standbys. I'm going to 3 out of 5. What do you think, Dean?
I think 3 is like about. I think that if this ends up being good, it reads really strong. So 3.
Yeah. Next, Chris is buying cards.
2/1, also good art.
Oh, this card is actually broken.
This card's goo.
It's like Laharo. You take damage instead of heal, and then because you salvage 2, and then you rest and give 3k. So you get to like power pump, grab back cards.
Yeah. This card is so fucking creamy.
This card actually just does way too much. I'm pretty sure this card is just like not okay.
Was the ditch 2? Was the ditch 2? It healed, right?
Yeah.
So like you can like combo with this, the plus, and then heal down again.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's so fucking goofy.
It's also like insane with Kotoha. It's also like
insane is such a strong word.
This is salvage 2 for 1 stock and 1 damage, and you also pump something 3k.
The 3k is big. The
salvage 2 is good. Selfish 2 is good.
Sending the clock. I mean, it's like situational.
No,
even
like,
if you play like one of it. Right?
Like, let's say you're playing like in the Kodaha build, right? Like, let's say you're playing like, let's say you're still on like Kodaha 3-7 event. This is like an aloof standby target that you might have, like randomly going into level 3. You already have all the Kodahas in hand that you need for the heal down. Boom, you just stand by this out in the back row.
You don't need the Kotas in hand, this just gets the Kotaha.
Yeah, this gets the Kodaha too.
Yeah.
But this gets the cards in hand that you need for like a 3-7 event as well. I just think like there's like value, so much value in this card.
There is a lot of value, but it's like how many of it do you play?
Oh, bro, like imagine standbying this out at like level 1 and then you're just like, oh shit, you know what? Boom. Give me 2 cards back. I don't need to like fucking clock draw this turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same as clock drawing, right?
I think this card
It's like, better than clock drawing.
It is better than clock drawing. It's not deck speed though. Clock drawing is 2 bill.
Okay. I'm just gonna like.
I'm gonna say
my card. Here. This is actually my favorite card of the set.
I can see it. Really I can see the argument for it.
I like 3.5. I think I'd play like 1 or 2, but never like anything more.
Bro, I'm getting some error messages and it's cringe. And it can't tell what the error message is.
All right, 3.5. Next card.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3.5 next. We got this 2/1 7k on attack. It's 1,000 times board, and then field swap. Field swaps are really annoying. Very good in something like 8 standby.
Yeah,
so it's a good standby target.
Yeah, but I think you would much always rather standby out your big booty idiot first, right?
Yeah, but like what you've got,
it's kind of like an afterthought. Like if you get an extra standby, then you use this to protect your big booty idiot.
And then when it comes down, it can be pretty annoying, right? So
that is true.
What do you think? Like a 3?
I would say
this is a field swap. I mean, it's annoying.
I would say
makes your board really hard to crack.
I would say 3. Oh, you can like fucking like meme around with this and like
I think there's like
the rates go.
There's like so many good standby cards.
Yeah,
it's like hard to like.
How many are there? 2. Yeah, the 2/1 can take a damage, but it doesn't help your board. It's like a weird plus thing. Well, this like actively makes your board really annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
I'd say 2.53, somewhere in between that. I'm not super excited to fucking put it in my deck, but I wouldn't hate myself for like testing it.
We're blue.
All right.
2/3 of the way done.
Last color.
Okay, just maybe a small break. I just want to get like that 1 order in, and then I finish the rest afterwards.
I only use Yutei to buy SPs. Like I can't do it for this set.
No, I'm buying double R's, and Big Web is like a lot cheaper than
$400 Miki.
Oh, is that
SP.
it? Oh, is that it?
Wait a second. How much is the clean cut foil? The 1/0 clean cut. That's the card to buy.
You say it's still like
300 yen.
Dedge Burger.
Oh wait a second. I need to buy this card.
300 yen for the Miki foil?
No, the Yayoi clean cut.
Oh, Yayoi. Really? That's a griefage.
All the foils are gonna be cheap, because there's like 5 SPs and like 5 to 6 SPs per.
That's like the only foil I really want, because that card is cracked. I think that card goes on every list.
Sure. Okay. Whatever.
What?
No, like it paid in like British pounds for some reason because I got a refund from a British website.
Lamau.
I know. I guess it's for my case.
No, it's like super annoying for me because like one of my cards are a lot more expensive on Yutei, and like Big Web only lets me order 4 at a time. Actually, doesn't let me order 8.
How much is a playset of all the double R's altogether? I want to
Not
see if
a
I
lot,
got.
it looks like.
Oh really? It's Burger.
The most expensive double R is 1280. There's 2 of them. No, there's 1480 as well. So there's 2 1280s and 1 1480, and then everything else is 500 or less. With one of the broken center runner, 1280.
Oh, okay.
The blue one.
I might have to pick up another one. Another playset.
What is this card? We literally just went over red, and I don't know what this red card is. Oh, it's the Chieri. The Fuka.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Makes sense. Card's pretty good.
All right. Do you guys think that we can finish up blue in half an hour, or is Yabi still
yeah.
paying?
No, we can do it in half an hour. I think it's fine.
No,
I'll be fast.
The Fuka's not the expensive card. What is this? Oh, it's the Ricky. It's the Search Ricky. Wow. I can read and remember.
Oh, we gotta wait for Kev to come back.
Yeah.
And then we can fire off on blue and go fast like Sonic. Man, speaking of Sonic, are you guys ready for Sonic 3, the movie?
With Shadow? I can't wait for him to say, give me the damn Chaos Emeralds.
Honestly, if, like, Shadow... movie, I'm gonna fucking riot. Oh, damn, the fucking JCSP looks so good. I'm gonna need that.
Oh man, I can't like.
What
did you guys say? All look like pretty cracked.
Was it $400? Is that what you guys said?
Yeah, I can't foil these idol sets.
Yeah, no, I gave up. I sold my SPs from set 1. I gave up.
I mean, I like having like 1 to 2 of the SPs. Like, oh my, the Ioria looks really good. Like, they look nice, but like, I can't imagine trying to max the set.
Are Mickey Burn SR still infinite stonks? Should I sell out? Or did they like drop?
Sell out now. No, they spiked recently.
You sell?
Sell out. Sell into the spike.
I mean, because yeah, like why would you not? Like, is that card even gonna be played? Like, it might be. But like even then, 765 is gonna be the worst deck of the two.
It doesn't matter. I'm a 765 simp.
I am too, which is why I'm just gonna keep mine. But
yeah, I'm gonna keep mine as well. I just wanted to know if they spiked or not.
Unless you have like set look a lot better than the BNP's last set. I'll say that much.
I will say that much. Yeah, the BNP's last set was literally just like stock art.
Yeah, this is nice, this foil. But sometimes I feel like the base rare looks nicer. Like they have some really good base rare. Wait, what's the Makoto look like? The one that chooses trigger. That's like another one I might have to get. Oh no, does it only come SP?
Holy moly, bro! This fucking server is shitting the bed. I'm sick.
Oh no, is the Makoto that chooses trigger SP? Is it this?
We can start with blue.
Oh my god!
I finished like my double R order.
Yo.
So...
Damn, even the Haruka's like infinite dollars.
Oh no, okay. It comes. She's gonna pirate outfit in the other one. This one she's not. 0 out of 10.
All right. Firing off on blue and start us off in Yabi.
Read the cards.
1-0 Momoko, 4k power. When it attacks, if you have full board, you can pick one of your characters. It gains 25 power and auto encore, hand encore. And CX combo, if the opponent is either empty or reversed and you have 2 other music characters, you get to search 1. So it's like the Nino from the Capo. It's like Fever Search-ish.
Yeah. Fever Search.
That's okay.
Encore your JC after crashing it.
Yeah, I like the hand encore part is pretty weird. I'm not so sure what that's all about.
I don't like that it gives both to one character. I think if herself gained 25 and then something else gained, and then you could choose something else to give hand encore, I'd be more in tune with this.
It's only for the turn.
It's mostly just, this is just to like, this can give it to itself and then you get to search, right? That's like the main thing. Swings at 7-5.
That's so sad though. Like, oh, I tied 7-5 and now I'm gonna discard 1 to.
No, I think you just ignore the hand encore part for the most part.
Yeah. Well, that makes me sad then because it's wasted text, right? Wasted text on a double R. I think if it was cross turn, but like.
I think if this was like on a better CX, I would consider playing it, but I don't really like pants.
I think for me, I'm looking at a 2 out of 5 here.
Funny art. Yeah. 2 out of 5 is right.
Yeah. Skin Fang is cute. We always like simp for the Skin Fang. This card's fucking
Next
sick.
card.
This card's sick.
3/2 Tsumugi double R, 8k base power. If you have 4 or more music characters, it gains -1 level. When you place it from hand, choose one of the following 2 effects. Either check 3, add 1, or pitch 1, heal the stock. And when it attacks, it gains 3k. So it swings at 11k. It's like basically an aqua healer that's weaker on defense, but you get to pick if you want to heal the stock or check 3, add 1.
It's like a 4.
Flexible card. Pretty good.
It's for me. It's 4.525.
Yeah,
like I alluded before.
Okay, 5 is like standout cards
Okay.
that make you want to play the set. This is definitely not that. This seems like a reasonable
fair enough. Four
role
or
player.
five, then.
I think this
five,
is
then.
good. 4.
I think like 3 or 4 is fine. Like this is not like a card you're super excited about. It's just like a decent role player.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure enough, fair enough. I just really like the fact that it's like modal on its on play.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of deck slots.
3/2 Shizuka, 10k base power. When you place it on stage from hand or by the auto effect of Julia, you may heal 1. Climax combo with the
How
pants.
much is Julia SP?
You can pay 1, drop 1, and basically Icy Tail 4. It gains 2k power and you deal X. X is the amount of level 0 lower cards and climaxes are level 0. So it's like a bit better Icy Tail. And the Julia that spawns it is a Mocha that doesn't put stuff to waiting room but puts it on bottom of deck. So you can like Mocha, put like a CX on bottom of deck and then mill it with the Shizuka for like an extra burn. And it also gains like extra power, so they're both swinging pretty big. And the way you spawn the Shizuka with the Julia is like when you play the Julia, you can pay 1, reveal the 3/2 from hand, and spawn a 3/2 from waiting room, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also gets like power, so they're swinging like very big.
5 stock is full combo. 5 stock is full combo with 2 heals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty good. The fact that Julia is able to like just like special summon from graveyard.
Yeah, but Julia basically doesn't have her own on-play effect.
She doesn't have
like
her own on-play effect.
Her on-play effect is spawning the other one.
Yeah,
but that's like 3...
it's stock efficient. It's stock efficient, right?
I guess.
This is as good as the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I appreciate that, like having.
There's like
hand,
so many
Julia,
strong
Shizuka.
top ends that like I'm struggling to see why I would like use this one.
This one is the most efficient.
Sure, but like
I think the Icy Tail is just better than
because
like any other Icy Tail because it's
pay
level
1,
0
drop
and not just
1.
climaxes.
Because still pay 1, drop 1, you actually can't use this with the 3/7 event. So
You
like,
have
what good does the efficiency actually do?
well, because I mean, this is like a heal, like a more focused on the mid game into the level 3, where you're like you drop down double healer. They swing in absolutely massive. Look at that 2k from that. This one of them swings in at 15k, the other one swings at 14k, and the last one's 13k.
Yeah.
And you more than likely should have the stock left over
For money counter.
For the money counter.
Yeah.
So, but is that the play you're gonna make?
I mean, money counter is actually still hard to keep up with this because even if this is just 5 stock, you're making 3, but you're paying 2, and then you still need to hold 4. So it's actually you need to start at
9.
8.
8 stock.
Yes,
to
on
me.
attack. You're right.
Yeah, 8 stock.
8 stock.
8 stock?
Fine. We
Yeah.
talk about 8 stock for the Kaori.
Yeah.
So I
But
think 8 stock is more than reasonable to like consider for this.
But I think his argument is correct me if I'm wrong. Your argument is why would I not just kill my opponent if I have 8 stock?
Yeah, like
Okay.
you have like more powerful stuff to do with 8 stock, I think, than like healing
Sure.
twice, dealing a bit of damage, holding up money that might not even save you.
That's true.
Also, yeah, it's a bit awkward.
Fair enough.
It's like not a bad combo.
Does it go?
Yeah.
It's also not a great combo.
Does it go into the pool of 3 out of 5 top
It
ends?
Yeah.
goes to the 3 out of 5 top ends, yeah. Yeah, it'd be good for a cube.
0/0 Roka, 1500 power. If you have 2 or more other music characters, it gains 2k, so it becomes 35. And when this reverses the opponent, if you have 4 less stock, you can bottom deck them.
I actually like this card. This is actually kind of cool.
I think this would need to be 4K to be
4K
good
for
enough.
sure. I do like that you have a lot of turns to get like removal, like on reverse removal, like memory removal, on waiting removal. I can appreciate it.
I want this to like be 4K, and then I'm like down, and otherwise I'm not down. And
but like we've been saying, we have so many good zeros in the set.
You could just use a clean cut. You could just use like the runner. Those cards are more likely to plus you, and like plusing yourself is more valuable than denying the opponent a potential effect that they might not even have.
If you're gonna deny opponent, why not just play the one card that's like on a reverse pop a card?
Yeah, on like the snipe. Yeah. That's true as well. So what do we?
I mean that doesn't deny like Aqua and stuff, but
true.
Or Chiri.
I'd say 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3.
2.
1,
funny
2.
card. 1, 2 is probably.
Okay.
Next, 0, 0 Mizuki, 1500 base. When you place from hand to stage, mill 2, it gains 1k per music character milled, and when it dies, you pay 1 clock top deck and summon a cost 0 that's equal to your lower or less. You have an actual search, Ricky, so there's no reason to play this. Like obviously, you can play this going first. You can play this without stock, but then you only summon a 0 and the other one always searches level 1 if you want it.
Yeah. I think, just like you said, if we already had a Ricky printed in this set, so why are we even considering this card? Except
like your 5th Ricky.
Your 5th Ricky.
Yep.
Maybe 5th Ricky. What's your rating on this one, Dean?
It's hard. I see the argument for it. I like the fact that you can do it first turn, going first, just like slap it down.
Yeah.
You have a lot of plays that already kind of do that.
But let's say you wanted to slap something down first turn. It's not going to be this. I'm going to slap down my runner first turn, right?
If you play the runner, right? Like if you play them, because like there's the one that gets the markers good. But like, man, that's rough. It's far shittier. It's like good. It's better going first. I see the argument for it, but I also see the argument. Like, it's like pretty shit compared.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'd say it's like 2 because like I feel like you could play it and not feel as terrible as you would think.
Yeah. Seems about right.
And since it goes to waiting room, it's actually pretty nice timing because you get to see if you're going to be level 1 or not.
Zerosu Ayumu, 2k base power. At the start of your CX phase, pick a music character that gains 500 and Amagi for level 1 or higher.
This is actually kind of good. Like you said, we want to be able to pick up our really strong events. This Amagi's for events.
There's probably better back row, I think.
That's the problem.
It's
fighting way too much stuff to be like Amagi's just a worse brainstorm.
If you play a level 1 combo that does not mill at all, this is maybe reasonable.
Like the Mirai combo?
Like the Mirai or like the fucking choice that's on reverse. Which one? How it's you? Whatever character that was. So there's potential. Like you can play this. You probably don't start with this, but if your deck needs some extra mill and
you can
get
consider
extra
it.
plus, it's there. So 2, I think.
I think 2. Yeah,
I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2 to a 1. Yeah.
Shiho, 1035. For each opponent's back row, it gains 15, so full back row it's 6/5. And when it attacks, every character gains. When you trigger a climax, you can ditch a climax to salvage 1, so it turns your pants into doors. I think this card is ass. I don't like this type of effect. Wouldn't play it, even in 8 pants.
I'll agree with ass.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if you play this in not eight pants and you trigger and then you look at your opponent and you go, thank God, and then you discard your entire hand.
Okay, next. 1/1 Megumi. Level X. 2 music characters, and when you trigger a pants, you can pitch one to look it up to top 2 and pick one, add it to hand.
Why does it cost?
This is just like, this also goes in 8 pants, and I also don't think it's good enough to be in 8 pants.
Or to be in the back row.
Yeah.
1 0 1 0
1.
It costs 1, so that moves as 1 2 0.
Well, I mean, you can play it in 8 pants. I just wouldn't play it.
I wouldn't.
2/1 Rio. Good card again. 5k power. When you play it, you can pitch one to salvage one, and you can sack it to bounce one of your opponent's characters. So it's like a 2/1 drop salvage that also bounces.
It's kind of cool. I like this.
This is an event.
Yeah, this actually feels like a searchable event.
Yeah, this is a searchable event. I think that was the best way to put it, actually. Yeah, this is pretty good. Like, I think this is something I'd be willing to test just for like.
I don't think every deck wants this, but the deck that wants this feels very happy that it gets like 2 good effects at a very cheap cost. Mostly the bounce. Like, if you want a bounce in your deck, this is by far the best bouncer, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like
probably better than a win climax. Is this the best win trigger in the deck right now? So I'd say I'd be willing to put this at a 3. I would want to test this in a deck that can afford like the hand and the cheap 1 cost stock of having.
And there's like fun stuff you can do where you can actually like use this for the salvage and then keep it in the back and just like, haha, I can bounce it every moment if I want to.
Yeah.
Or you can stand by this and use it as like a win trigger.
Yeah. Turn your stamina into win trigger Pogo.
There's like a lot of interesting applications for this card. And it's like, it does a lot for the stock that it costs.
Yeah. Being able to discard anything is like really good. I'd say 3 here.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3, somewhere in that area.
2/1 Chizuru. If you have 2 or more other music characters, gains 4k. When you place it from hand to stage, you can pay 1, ditch 1, and Fumio, and the opponent keeps 1 card out, 1 CX out.
Anti-synergy with old top end.
It's a Fumio, and you can use it in some decks.
It's a 10k level 2 body. It's not awful, and it has a Fumio effect, which can sometimes steal games if shit hits the fan. I'd say 2, 3.
It's like usually a tech one-off in like decks that think they can take advantage of such a thing. Usually decks with like a burst type finisher.
Yeah.
Like the burn 4?
Like the burn 4, yeah.
Nuts.
Especially decks that don't have like too much stock requirements at level 3.
Yeah.
Which, funnily enough, I don't think any of the decks have apart from like 3/7 event.
Yeah. Pogo. This plus 3/7. Let's go. Next card. Oh, we say 2? 2. He's dead. Okay, never mind. He's back.
2/1 Subaru, 7k base. When it attacks, it becomes 11k base. When it reverses the opponent, you can pay 1, drop 1, and Icy Tail the opponent.
Funny standby
Icy Tail without Climax combo.
At level 1?
At level 2.
Level 1.
No, standby. Hello.
Oh sure.
I don't know what to think about this card. I want to like it because it's like climaxless and finisher of sorts.
I think the main deck this could see play in is like an old type deck where you're like level 1 combo, level 2 combo, 3/7 event, and then a bunch of like off CX finishers.
Yeah.
And then this probably makes the cut.
As just like an alternate off CX finisher. I want to like this card, but I don't know how to like it. I think it's a 2 for me in my eyes.
Funny card that destroys all of your resources, so then you don't have anything to use the resources.
You obviously mostly can use this at level 3. If you use it at level 2, you're like definitely hard gimping your resources.
Yeah, actually, inting it and running it down mid. I say, yeah, it's a 2 for me.
2's probably right.
I will want to like figure out a way to make
like,
this work because it's interesting.
In most
to have
decks,
like...
you don't want to tech this, but there will be some decks that think like access to this is pretty reasonable. 3-2 Tomoka. If you have another copy of the 3-2 Tomoka in level, this gets -1 level in hand. It's 8k base. For each of your back row, it gains 15, so it's 11k. And if you place the book, you can salvage 1, and it gains -2 soul until the end of the opponent's turn. -2 soul combos have never been good.
-2 combos are veg as fuck if I wanted to just
maybe the Data Life one will be okay, but that's still to be seen. But this one,
like,
don't talk bad about Arista. Arista's strong. This is not.
This is veg.
0.
Yeah.
0.
1. 3-2 Julia. That's the card we already talked about. For the...
Think about it in a package. This was a 3.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Like Julia's combo itself, being able to look at 2 as well, being able to like play it alongside Shizuka's second effect, force at least 1 burn there.
Yeah.
Moving the climax.
Like you can put a TX at the bottom to like mill with the Icy Tail, and it spawns like the Shizuka and it makes it big, but it like that's basically her own play effect that she spawns.
Yeah.
The Shizuka. You can only really play her with the Shizuka. There's a package with the Shizuka, it's like fine, but not amazing.
Yeah.
But it gives you a bunch of like strong lanes to attack with, and it doesn't cost that much stock.
Efficient. But...
It's 4 out of 5 rather than 3 out of 5, whereas Shizuka's a 3 out of 5 because it's Julia. I'll put my input there. Julia's better.
Whatever, sure. I don't care. 0-0 Shizuka, 1k base. On play level swap, and you can pitch a card, sack it to salvage 1.
I needed this the other day.
This is a good one of.
I missed my experience condition on the shuffle back. For 3 levels, I never saw. For 3 levels, I never saw one in hand, and I never took one as damage. I was like, I don't know how this is happening.
I played at least 3-digit games with the deck, and I don't think I've had that happen.
I didn't either. I had never had it happen, but then it happened once, and I said never again.
No, I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't play this for like 1% scenarios where I miss experience. I don't think
under 1%.
I don't know. I like the second effect. I think it's helpful.
I don't like
bro. The game of
second
Weiss
effect
Schwarz,
is good.
The game of Weiss Schwarz is plus infinite now. Ditch 1 is not a minus anymore. I think it's fine. I think it's like I think being able to convert a card. This
is a card that people play that are afraid of life and afraid of living.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying.
For the chickens in the room.
What about the level the 2/2? If you're playing that, the card that we said was unplayable, it had experience 3 condition at level 1 because you stand by it out at level 1. And what about things like Kodaha? Have you never missed the Kodaha experience condition?
No,
but I run like 15 level 3s.
No, okay. I've never missed Kodaha actually. Okay. I've missed the Shizuka more than Kodaha, so I mean, no, yeah. All right,
I think it's level 1.5.
Actually,
second effect is like a 2.
Whatever.
I'm saying it's
second
a 2.
effect is 2.
Sure, give it a 2. I don't care. 0-0 Megumi.
It's a
1/5 power. You mill 2. If there's a level 0, you can side without soul penalty, and on attack it pumps 15.
Deck speed.
I don't think this is playable because there's some sets can play this when they use this to play around tap counter. This set is not one of those because there's like other better ways to play around tap counter.
Who cares? That's my reading from this. Who cares?
It fills up your grave for the gate levels 1. I'm just wasting time.
Yeah, next.
Let's go to the next card.
0.
This is like, you're not sleeving this?
0.
0-0 Rio, 1500 power, music and sexy trait. When a climax with a pants trigger is placed in your climax area, this turn all of your characters gain 500 power. and you can rest it to give something 15.
Why does this only give 500 compared to the fucking other one that gave 1,000? So
because
sad.
this one gives 15 on rest, I guess.
Fucking
Yeah.
Either
I
way,
mean, this is fine, right? This is like a lot of
do?
power.
What does it do? What does it do?
What was
Bro,
the pants level? The pants level one needed to reverse. If you play the pants level one, you probably
You have
play
a
this.
million ways to give power.
If you're playing the pencil one,
This is not.
so much
You don't
better,
sleep
there's so much better ways to give power, my guy.
Also, like, there's a Rio in set 1 that needs an act ability.
Oh my
Like,
god.
1-0 double R.
Okay,
There
no,
is,
no,
and it's good.
It's a
valid.
stock
That's
charger.
valid.
That card
That's
is
valid.
good.
That's valid.
Yeah.
We use
Maybe
brainstorm.
knowing that this exists.
So you
might
play
be
like
better.
the fever combo and this thing, and then this card makes sense. So
Okay, yeah, sure.
pants level 1 play this. 2.
2.
Sure. Whatever you guys say.
Dude, this set fucking sucks.
I'm not sleeving that card.
1-0 Chizuru, 4k power. During your opponent's turn, all the other music characters gain 1k, and it's a field anchor thing.
Pretty good.
You can stack it to like save something. I would
good.
say this card is like very good for standby in general, but like I don't see like what card you're saving with this because everything has hand on core.
Hand
So
on core already.
But what about field encore?
okay, I mean it's just not necessary, right?
Well, H standby doesn't have hand, so
I guess this is.
Yeah, but this is
protect your
basically hand. This is
fucking
basically
minus
hand on
soul
core.
board.
It's -1 to save a card. And like the 1k, I don't think your cards are like big enough where the 1k
what
matters.
about it's good for the minus soul? So because you can make the minus soul maybe live and then sack when it doesn't.
Well, if you're
That's
playing
from the
minus
chat.
also
soul,
That's
works-
from the chat. That's not me.
Wait.
if you're playing minus soul,
No, no,
your
but
deck
then
isn't-
no,
That's from us
yeah.
in the chat.
If you revive it, if you revive the minus soul, it doesn't have the minus soul anymore.
Yeah, but you revive
shit,
it after they
Sherlock.
kill it, and then you.
Oh, I mean, I think the big problem with the minus soul is always that you like don't win on offense.
Yeah.
I think,
This
no, I
doesn't
think the
solve
problem,
that.
Like, so the problem with this card is this card is best in the minus soul, and you don't want to be fucking playing the minus soul combo. So this in tandem gets a fucking 0 out of 5 from me. Agreed?
Sounds fine.
Agreed.
0 sounds
Zero.
fine.
Next
Well, no,
card.
it's like a 2. There's a board based deck. It's fine.
there's like a world where this card is good. And
There's a deck that I don't
just
know what
can't
it is.
think of it yet.
Set 1 had some.
Oh
axe
wait,
synergy.
Dean, this is good in with the level 2 combo.
What,
With the level 2
wind?
choice. No,
With the
like
wind?
the fucking 10k. Oh wait, it's a blue combo. Never mind, it's coming up. It's like 2-1 when you place the book,
new
search one.
Yeah, the new one. It's
yeah.
broken.
Yeah,
It replaces
it's good with
Makoto.
that. It's like better Makoto, yeah. 1-0 Tomoka, 45. When you place the CX, this gains 500 in Twin Drive, and when somebody else attacks, it gains 1k. So if you
If it
attack
has
with it
Twin
last,
Drive.
this is 7k Twin Drive.
If it had
7k
Twin
Twin
Drive-
Drive is reasonable.
If it had twin drive all the time, it'd be better, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. If it had twin drive all the time, yeah, but you need to climb up to twin drive, veg. Fucking who cares? Pack filler.
Playable.
I'd rather play the Makoto that chooses trigger in 6k.
Yeah, me too.
No, I think I like this more. Swing 7k.
So you can grab 2 climaxes when you double trigger pants.
I mean,
Let's-
obviously, if you
Go.
play standby, you probably don't want this one. Maybe you do still want this one.
Okay,
I
so you
don't
can trigger your pants
Yeah.
to get back the fucking book for your Tomoka combo.
Next, what is this, like a 1,
Yeah.
2?
I think there's like some deck that wants this. It's like fine too.
It's 2 because that's the number of triggers it shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that reasoning too.
2-1 Ayumu, memory kick counter.
Better than the mill one, probably.
Better than the mill. I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So we
So
gave
2.
2 because we gave the mill a veg. Right.
2.
So 2 out of 5.
2-1 Roko.
This card, this is the insane one. This
10k with full board for each of your other music characters. It gains 1k power, 2-1 6k base. When you place the book, if you have a full board, you can you can salvage one and stock one from waiting room.
I would have liked it to search, but
I would have
guess-
too.
Book is kinda cringe.
Makoto was the most insane payoff I've ever felt when you weren't playing level 1s, and your level 1 was horribly gimped in my old list. I'm sorry that I'm
I don't think you've played like Alicization.
Alicization, I have Alicization, but that's got like characters I don't care about on it, so I can't play it. This is a very strong combo. This will feed directly into the 3-7 event.
Yeah,
you will get
appreciate that.
infinite resources off of this. It is going to be absolutely disgusting. It's in blue, which means you don't have to have the weird, awkward. Because like Makoto like needed to win the lane. This doesn't need to win. That's insane. Just on climax placement.
That's actually kind of creamy. You can like at level 2, you play 2 of these Rokos, and you play like the new Tsumugi to find the book.
And because your level 1 got shored up, it's going to be like my old list where I played like the stock soul, like Makoto, and like I just had to like play this horribly gimp level 1 to get this massive payoff. But you can just get this massive payoff, and you get to play all those level 1s to like get through it because you have the clean cut now. You have we've seen so many good cards to like shore up
the old like 8 stock soul list.
Not 8 stock soul. I didn't like 8 stock soul. I found it really hard.
I mean,
turn after turn.
That card, I mean, that deck worked because 3-7 event didn't need you to have a level 3 climax, and I think this card kind of does the same, where you can just play a level 1 combo and this card, or you can play like this card and a level 3 combo.
Yeah,
but like, I'm not sure which level 3 combo would work with the 3-7 event like properly.
I mean,
when in doubt, Kodoha.
Yeah, you just choose something, right? It doesn't really matter. You choose something, but this gives you those resources. Yeah. And no other combos.
Well, it still needs to be a cheap something.
And this is in blue. Works with the alpaca.
Huge.
The alpaca doesn't give power. I'm not sure if that's
I don't know.
Where you want this to be.
I like this.
Yeah. Well, this thing does have to win.
This is like a 3, yeah.
3, yeah.
It's like a decent card. Yeah.
It's like a 5 or 4. I don't know. To me, this is where the set comes together. This is the meat.
Press X to doubt, but you can have your fun.
Press 3 to go to next card.
Yeah. Press next. I swipe right. Shiho, 00, 1500, 500 global, and when you place the pants, if you have a full front row, you can salvage 1.
Pack filler.
Pack filler. I appreciate that they made this better than the ones that had to sack.
I think if this had a better second effect than like 500 global, this would actually be pretty decent. Because you can use this with like the thing, like the stock charge on reverse, Rio. And then you have like a CX that's like salvage and stock. But there's like the global 500 is just like not
whatever. It also doesn't do any act skills for the 1-0 Rio. So
yeah, it could just be like tap to give 15 or something, and then we might be in business. But no.
Yeah.
0.
0-0 Subaru. If you have one more hand, pump 2k to something and hand on core. It's not terrible. It's like a decent 2k pump.
Oh, it itself is not. Wait, yeah, this thing was in Sao, right?
Maybe
it was a Yuki. It was a Yuki. It was a green.
I don't think I've ever played this in Sao.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this profile before. Oh, it might have been a clock bomb.
Yeah, Yuki was a clock bomb with hand on core. I mean, this exists. Like Madoka has this, but with 15 instead of 2k. And it's like okay.
It's pack filler. If you guys are willing to like entertain the idea of like these other level 0s that were earlier in like the color, then you're willing to say like it's okay. It gives 2k if I'm not neg 7.
If you play a level 1 on reverse combo, this is okay.
You could have 5 hand.
I'm just like trying to think of a level 1 combo on reverse that's like worth playing, and I can't think.
That doesn't neg your hand to 4 the moment you play it down.
Yeah. So Momoko 0-0. 15 base, and when you place it on stage from hand, it gains X power. X equals the number of your music characters times 1k. So if you play it last on a full board, it's 6-5. And when the damage you take during this card's battle is cancelled, you can bounce this to your hand. 1 connects.
1, but because of the art, I will sleeve it.
2.
So 2.
Pack filler.
0 Tsumugi. When you just place 2k power, when it's placed on stage from hand, you may put one card from your hand into stock, and you can pitch a music character to search the set 1 search brainstorm.
Turn 1 brainstorm? Rhoda?
Yo, extra brainstorms? I'm down. 8 copies of Mizuki Brainstorm? 8 copies of a Tap Self? Dude, that's a 6 out of 5.
Better stock charge engines.
No. Like
Not to let you brainstorm turn 1 and then find
let me set the stage. On play, stock 1 from hand. Ditch your music, search for brainstorm. Pay 1 brainstorm. Hit 4.
Hit because you milled 1. Because you hit because you milled
Oh my fucking god, this card's broken. This is literally like Pot of Desires.
And then you search your you just play a bunch of 1.
So okay, new scenario. Turn 1, you're going second. You play this, play Ricky, search clean cut, and then try field with those 3 cards.
Oh my god, it's fucking lit.
You're making it just better.
You're making it better. It's
yeah.
insane. All right.
I don't think this is playable.
6 out of 5. 0.
Maybe you can play one of it, but
you can play one as a 5th copy of Brainstorm.
Yeah, probably you don't want you don't even want to play that many copies of that Brainstorm.
The double climax out.
Yeah. No, you have to ditch a music for the other effect.
Oh, okay, so it's a single climax out.
Yeah. 1-0 Julia, 45. On play, this gains 2k, so it's 65. And when you reverse the opponent, you can draw 1, ditch 1, and we go next for a 1 star.
Pack filler.
We give something 0, so there's no way that's not a 0.
Gives there's only zeros, there's only ones, not zeros. Okay. And this is an Adachi 1/1/1k Adachi, and it's a 1500 backup. Also 0.
No, because this is really cringe. My Hime has Sorekake has a 1/1 that's a 1/0 backup. This is a 1/1 backup for 1500.
Yeah.
I think that's worth mentioning because this could be a 1/0 backup. And I think it would be okay, but it gets outclassed.
Well, because if it was a 1/0 Adachi, it would be pretty strong.
Yeah, 1/0 Adachi sounds kind of broken.
No. The backup could cost 0, while the card could cost 1.
But the last 15 times they printed this profile, it was it worked like this.
I see.
And it never saw play.
Wait, they've printed this before?
Yeah, they've printed this
never seen
15
this.
times.
I don't pay attention to Japanese sets, so.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think if the backup was costless, but then the Adachi was actually
the only time this was semi-playable was when they gave it to a 2/1 instead of a 1/1, so the counter was 25 instead of 1/5. That was in Dear My Sister, 5 years ago or something.
0.
I think we're actually done, maybe.
0 or 1, something. Yeah. Next card.
1.
We're done.
Yeah, we're
promos. We
There's
were never
actually
done.
Just 1. Oh my god! It never
What
stops.
Mirai, this thing.
Shizuka, and Tsubasa. It's red, so you read it, Dean.
Okay, on play, top check 2. Put them back in any order. So you choose your trigger. Broken
support
works with the burning wind trigger. And on attack, give something 2k power. Also works with the on attack, the wind trigger thing, on reverse.
Actually, I hate this. I actually like this card.
You cannot fit this in your deck.
You can't fit it, but
you will look at 20 cards that are not in your list, and you'll say, "I'd rather play those."
Yeah,
I don't think this is good enough, but it's not a terrible card.
It's not a terrible card, but it's just hard to fit in the list. It's fit in any list because of holy shit, your level 0 is stacked.
What you need something that you really want to power pump for, and I just don't think that exists right now.
What do you mean you have infinite power pumps? Half of the cards in this set would give power on play for some reason.
Yeah, but this also does the other. Maybe you want a card that does exactly both of those effects.
Exactly both of those effects.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, this is a 1.
Yeah, unlucky.
All right. And that is it for Love Live. Idolmaster Million Live Volume 2.
Wow. 4 hours.
Kevin's brain is about to melt.
If you take out 8 minutes
Kevin's
that we
brain is
spent.
about as melted as ours. Holy fuck. Your brain is about as melted as ours. You said Love Live.
Yeah, I know. I said Love Live.
Dude,
if you ignore the 8 minutes that we spent before the show, then it was about 3.5 hours. Actually pretty fast. You guys sped it up towards the end.
That's we fucking turboed it. Like the fucking I think the IAS stuff like kind of took too long. We talked about it too much. But...
You have to account for like 8 other boosters on top of a 130 card set. Like right, like you have like 2 things to think about when you look at IAS.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Oh, but I'm dizzy. It's
4 a.m. I'm gonna peace out.
All right. Bye, Chris.
It's nice seeing you. Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.
Die.
Alright, and for 2 of you guys, I guess I can
Yeah, turn your camera back on. Let me see that pretty little face of yours.
Let me fix all these
Let me marble all over it.
Just gotta fix the stream.
Oh my god, my AC hasn't been on the entire day, and I'm wearing my fucking Idolmaster cycling jersey, and it's so fucking hot.
Alright. As we're wrapping up everything now, I guess the usual things I need to do is ask you guys on your final thoughts on the set and your final rating on the set. You can start first, Tony.
Final rating on the set, I'll start with that. I'm gonna give this like a 3.5 to 4. I don't think anything here that I've seen is meta defining. I don't think anything is meta breaking, as we've seen in the last few prior sets, namely Mushoku and like D-side. Nothing here really screams that if you're not playing this, literally go pound sand, because you're literally going to be just like punching a brick wall trying to like win games. I think a lot of like what we see, it provides alternate options to what the set already has. I still think the ultimate draw to playing Million live is the fact that A, the girls are cute, B, the girls are cute, and C, the 3-7 event is really fucking cool.
Sounds good.
That's my thoughts.
Dean, your thoughts and rating for the set?
So people may not know this, but I have been like almost English exclusive for like quite a while now, and only occasionally buy Japanese sets. So to me, this is like a 5 because it actually looks playable. It has good payoffs. It has a multitude of top ends. I mean, I know it's not actually a 5. I think he's right on that. I think it's like a 4. But it has like a multitude of top ends. It's got something that I really like in set design, and that's a bunch of really good options. Like nothing too broken, but like you have a lot of different branching paths with this set, and there's a lot of support for old stuff, and it shored up a lot of problems, right? Like the old set was still good, but like it was starting to show its age, and I think that you got a lot of cards to be able to shore up those weaknesses and provide support to like old top ends. Like we saw the win support and other things, and then also because a lot of the good cards were in the 765, right? We got the clean cut level 1, which surprisingly is playable, and we see like choosing the triggers and the brainstorm on the standby that's also on the level 3, and you start to get some you get support not only for the set itself, but for like maybe your old set that's sitting around. So I really do enjoy seeing a set like this come out. I think they're very fun and interesting to play.
Yeah, you have a lot of cards 3 stars, so that means you got a lot of cards you got to test out.
Oh yeah, I've got a lot of different top ends. I think they're like all interchangeable though. I think it's like there's not going to really be one that stands out too much further.
I think what's really cool about this set as well is that because of how big it is, like in conjunction with like Million Live Set 1 as well, Million Live Set 1 had a lot of like good plus cards, like nothing amazing, but a lot of good plus cards. So you were able to like test various different kind of combos, test like this combo with that combo, this combo with that combo. We see it again in this set as well, where like we saw so many. Yeah, this top end's pretty good. It's just another one of these pretty good top ends, and it gives a lot of testing to find like between the two sets which level 1 combo, level 2 combo, even which generic level 1 cards plays best with each, with like which best top end, and it kind of like a fucking Beyblade, like
you died.
Find the best bottom, find the back ring. Did I die?
You did, but you're back.
Alright. Okay, I don't know if my last part came out, but I was just saying that it was like a Beyblade where like you have like you can like mix and match your different like 1, 2, 3s, try and find like your favorite new like Dronzer and shit.
Yeah. and that's what I think. That's cool. That's like kind of like what I like to see from this game.
Sounds good. All right. Time to start closing up, I guess. Shout out once again to our two sponsors, Notebook TCG. They have their best store in North America to buy Japanese singles from, and they do now have Million Live up on their store if you want to pick up singles from them.
Link in the chat.
Link in the chat from earlier.
Link in the chat.
And also thank you to Weiss Tea Time. They provide us with these slides. He does great work. It works late night every time to provide us with these slides. So much cheers to her. And thank you, Tony, for coming around to host today. I didn't want to do this myself because it was a long set. It was going to take a long time. Nope, I think he's dying. Toronto in there.
Oh, I'm like super lagging. Holy shit. I see myself lagging on stream.
Alright, and yeah, you want to do any shout outs, Tony?
Yeah, once again, shout outs to the Strictly Broken team. We all love anime. Shout outs to the Toronto gang. Thanks for making me hate myself at Weiss because you guys are all better than me now. And shout outs to the company that tried to hire me, which was actually a huge scam. That shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Alright, and thank you to Mr. Dean for coming on the show as a guest today as well. Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to Burn One, greatest team in North America.
Burn lost last in Houston.
And then also shout out to Clock Draw Brainstorm TV, the greatest content creator in Weiss. We need you back, Timothy Soul II. And thank you guys for letting me on. It was, I noticed we fought a lot less than I thought we would. We all came together and joined hands and liking Idolmaster.
Yeah, legit sat here before our show started. I sat here. I was like, no, this is gonna be like a 4-hour show. Nope, we cruised just around 3:30.
Yeah, 3.5. We got it.
A lot of cards. That's why.
All right, guys. What's the next set review show we got? Oh yeah, Kaguya season 2 in about 3 weeks actually. Oh, God bless God, break 3-week break.
Nice.
3 weeks until Kaguya set 2. And we'll have that set review show, and then after that we'll have Day Alive Volume 2. And if you did not notice already, we do not have guests for Day Alive yet, or any sets beyond that besides Sword Online. If you were here earlier in the chat, you saw who actually claimed Sword Online. And I think AOT we have something in their mind already. Other than that, if you are interested in being a guest for one of these shows in the future, there are survey links in the chat earlier and in the Discords. If you want to tell us if you are interested in being part of one of these shows, then we might consider you. Alright, and that's everything. We'll sit around for about 1 or 2 more minutes and answer anything from the chat if they come up. You got a message.
Wait, no. Do you guys actually want to see? Hold up here. Let me post a tweet into like the chat because the company that whatchamacallit that reached out to me and offered me the fucking job position had like the fucking most hilarious thing. They copy and pasted like their site twice, and then they just changed their like fucking name. It's so funny. Also, holy shit, Mickey is 5980 and 1800 for the SR.
Yeah,
I am broke, but I also have standard, so I'm not going to sell mine. Oh shit, t-shirt sold out.
How much is Mickey SPs?
SP is 1780. 17800.
I've sold it. I mean, like it's so hard to move them though within North America. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you can cash out in on it, like the set's probably gonna drop.
I'm
but
not
like
cashing out.
Yeah, like it's like what you make like you end up making like $20 for all the effort, and then you can't play it for a long time. So.
I do have a bunch of Mickey double R's though that I could probably flip.
Yeah, if you're sitting on like a bunch, then yeah, easy stonks. Yeah. But if not, like.
Actually, I think the most stonks thing I have is like fucking set 1 4s for Saikano. I don't know if those went up or down, but yeah, it was a fun stream. Thanks for having me, Kev. Thanks for hopping on, Dean. I actually thought that we were gonna have like more bickering, but like I guess we all agreed that fucking most of the cards in this set were veg.
I think the only thing that like we really ever disagreed on was the 10 event list, because I just could never get behind the fact that it was supposed to like crash board every turn. I was like fighting 5/5s, and I'm like, oh god, I can't do anything.
The way that I tried to explain the 10 event list to a lot of my friends was that you were playing standard in Neo standard.
Yeah, I mean, well, I played, I think, like 20 games with the 10 event list. I gave it my best shot. And then I'm like, just sandbagging level 1 into the Makoto is a better payoff. It's like I get more stabilization. Because the 10 event list, I look at my opponent and I say, after level 1, I will never win board again until level 3. And even then, probably not.
Yeah.
And while with the Makoto, I go, I am eating shit at level 1, and I am going to, like, absolutely pop off into this board that's back behind an anti-change the second I hit 2. And so, like, I felt like this, like, huge momentum shift that wasn't countered by my opponent staring at me and saying, I will not clock draw again. And then I go, oh, no, please just clock draw. I need some damage. like, please, I don't think you understand. And also I got to play more soul triggers because I was playing like stock soul and stuff, and like so I got like more incremental. But that was like my only real thing. And other than that, like, I mean, good cards are good, right? Like we all play Weiss.
Good cards are good. Ozisa, Runner, fucking JC. Fucking JC with Ozisa. I can't fucking wait for that to get like. I can't wait for IMAX to hit the event list again after 10 years.
Oh, good support. Good support's
play
good.
Ozisa, find JC, play JC, turn after JC back Ozisa again next turn.
And then just having plus and zeros is so big for that set. That set, like the only time I just always would play it, and I go, I can't believe that nothing pluses me. Like I can't believe this 4K got answered, so I lose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dodge.
But those times are gone. Thank God.
Yeah. Hopefully, those times are gone.
All right, I think let's kill the stream.
Yep, that is it. Nothing from the chat going on, so we'll be ending it here. Thank you guys all for watching, and thank you guys once again for coming along. Bye bye.
Do you have anyone to raid? I'm gonna raid someone. Can I raid? No.
Can we raid? No.